Alright, hello and welcome everyone. My name is Hannah86 and I greet you today to finally the second match of the semi-finals. Best out of 3 between father-son bonding on the left side, featuring Namaha and TheSaltySponge versus AYAYAlpha Gamers on the right side, Goomba and AYAYAlpha. The commentators today are Derpy Dragon, Mama Sheepy and Star, I believe. So hello everyone.
Hi!
Yes, hi everyone. Yeah, I think Star's just hanging out here at the beginning with us as Sheepy is recovering from some comms earlier, so she'll be in here shortly. But for now, you got me and Star to start you off.
Indeed, we have game 2 here between these teams. So AYAYAlpha Gamers took game 1, so if they win the second game, they are moving on to grand finals. If Sponge and Namaha win out of father-son bonding, then we will have a game 3 tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. These runners will be starting shortly here, just setting them off, because I am the race mod today, and we are getting a star special, which I know chat loves.
Oh, I'm excited to see what the star special is today.
Yes, indeed. We have a Goron Ruby start.
Make your predictions now as we get started. What's gonna be the star special today?
That is the wrong corn. Did you? You want to catch hints real quick? We are not getting a pen check apparently.
Oh.
Ice Cavern is Minuet. Wasteland dead. OT is Song of Storms. Watto and Big Oron is dead.
Okay, so just 2 song hints. OT being Song of Storms. We already have 1 stone. We'll see where the other 2 stones are. But that's definitely one of the songs you don't always want to see there. But we had no pedestal check, so we don't know what those other stones are yet.
No, we don't. But that is always concerning, especially because we have Scrub Sanity on these settings, which adds a whole bunch more checks to Song of Storms.
So very interesting here. We're getting quad adult CAC.
Yes, we are.
Everyone going adult CAC. I know I saw Gavaroni in the chat earlier. I know he's a fan of the adult CAC play, the double adult CAC. So yeah. Bet Skull Mask hook shot because of course. All right, so purple thing and Skull Mask as a hook shot today.
All right, you want to keep an eye on the graveyard as I catch the shops?
Yes.
Okay, we have a lens for 195 rupees. Yelp.
Well, need a wallet for that.
Here's hoping they don't need the lens game. As you see,
and shield chest, just a red rupee. Hammer.
Yep, they need a. Yep, they need a.
So yeah, we want to find a wallet.
You don't say. I did not catch one. That would be very nice. That is a nut on the TARDIS, I think. Although I can't be certain, the view was kind of wonky.
I'm not sure what that was. I did not.
As we see, 30 Skulls is dead. And a Bloopy.
Honestly, it's weird seeing people read hint stones in grottos after doing a bunch of season 4 stuff recently.
That's true, because that is modified settings.
Alright, so let's see if Downpay has anything. So far, no big grabs here in CAC. We get our first song.
Requiem, alright, that's handy.
Yep, we'll song chain that, so we'll be seeing probably what the Requiem song is here soon.
Yep, especially because this Kakariko is looking really quite dead as we see a recovery heart on the windmill. And ooh, boomerang on Dompe race. And a French vanilla hookshot.
That's supposed to be in the chest, Dompe. You're not supposed to drop that.
Nope.
Alright, well, so everyone unfortunately has to do the Dompe race today.
Yes, indeed. Also, ouch, Sponge did not get to Dompe in time and has to redo it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, CAC was barren besides the Dompe race. There's nothing else there.
Nope. Jack squawk as they see a bloopy. Yeah, this whole entirety of Cacking Graveyard is... Well, they know where the hammer is. Problem is, they kind of need a wallet.
Yeah, see, I guess there is a hammer there, but yeah, that's hard locked behind that wallet.
Hi guys.
Hey,
There she
Sheepy, you're in!
I have my tea. I have nuggets. I'm ready to sit here for a while.
Right. Well,
Waiting
you
on
didn't
the
miss
stream
much.
to load up.
Yeah, we have
We
a
have- well-
boomerang and a hook shot.
Oh, nice.
And that's about it.
Oh, so yeah, and Gav just pointed it out, and I was about to as well. Because of the failed Dompe race, Sponge did not have the information about that hook shot before Namaha left Graveyard, so Namaha is not going to have that hook shot and boomerang right now.
Am I quiet?
ZL out on Requiem.
That's actually really nice out there. It's better than Vanilla Requiem.
Yeah. Nice
So,
stab.
so that
I'm still a little
Chong
salty about that.
song chain is very nice, and yeah, Sheepy's even quiet for me.
Yeah, you are a bit quiet, Sheepy.
Hold on.
I'm gonna turn Sheepy up.
There's another copy of the OT hint. Namaha went to Gen's Castle to set time of day and is now going child. Yeah, good read
Yeah.
though. Sponges can go Ganons as Namaha
Yeah,
goes
so-
child.
Yeah, with missing out on that hook shot, it definitely you have to reroute that and have Namaha be the first one to go child.
Yeah.
Because that hook shot just gives you access to things as an adult, and if Namaha doesn't have that yet, then it's better for him to go child. Yeah, he doesn't have the boomerang, so he'll miss out on a couple skulls, but we already know only 20 skulls is necessary, so it's not going to hurt him that he doesn't
No,
have
not
the
really.
boomerang.
Not really.
Sponge getting CL now. Goomba's off to the river, as we see just a bloopy on Richard.
So yeah, we did get a poll started up. If people in chat, how many Gomo items will be in bottom of the well? Nice bomb bag in the bomb chew shop. So that's actually
Thank
good
you, this game.
information. Because of the failed Dompe race and Namaha having to go child early, they now have first information on that bomb bag.
They do, as to see a bloopy in the lower river and a red rupee on the scrubs in Gen's Castle.
And the fact that that bomb bag's also affordable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so
also
we did see hammer in CAC shop, Sheepy.
Or
we need a wallet for
120
hammer.
rupees. There's also a wallet locked lens to go with it. It's great.
Yeah, I heard about the hammer right as I got back, because I was like, oh god, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Alright, River Grotto. Wasteland is still dead. Lens game is dead. Okay, that's good news.
Yeah, so we don't need to buy that lens now.
Oh,
just
that's
need
fine.
about a
These
hammer.
runners don't need it for Wasteland.
No.
They don't care.
So we still need the hammer, so we still need a wallet, but we don't need to buy the lens. Don't
Yeah,
have
we
to worry
don't.
about treasure chest game.
And hey,
Well,
Trump
pottery
is dead.
Funny enough, actually in the qualifier earlier, guess what was in Trent's pie?
Walter Bosky chest is dead. I saw it, so I'm not going to comment, but
Strength.
yeah.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
just gotta be Trent's pie. It can't be Trent's pie. There's not a strength in there.
Fox 2 is dead.
That's
Yes,
actually
it
pretty
is.
nice.
That is a good hint. That was a first bomb bag purple on a chew gate. The bomb chew shop is also hi Chimp and Reeve and Chad and others as Lemon One as well. The water
guys.
trial is busted, and so is Forest Trial. Hi everyone.
I think
Right,
four.
but
I
so
think,
far, Gaiman's Castle's been a whole lot of nothing.
yeah, because
Yeah.
nothing was in the Shadow Trial boss. Treasure chest either.
But we do have Goomba now going child, so he should be finding that first bomb bag. What's up, Angle?
Angle. We're gonna see the song here on ZL, which is Kona song. That's handy.
That's Desert Access.
Maybe just yeah.
Luckily, there's a lovely button in the cat guards. That just
Yeah,
refresh
no,
stream.
we have had no pedestal check from any player so far. They have not
Nope.
read that pedestal yet.
0, nada, nothing.
So,
Absolutely jack. We love them, but at the same time, it's just like, check it.
no.
No, so, GP, we have a poll for, how many Goomba items you think will be in the well? I completely missed it was in the Cat Bazaar. Whoopsies. Potion shop
Pack
is
Bazaar
dead.
had Deku Shield on the right side, but then, yeah, so Deku Shield on the
jump
right
on the
side was
left.
the only thing of
Okay,
note. Oh wait, that's
thank you.
okay.
Yeah, double seeing it again.
Pedestal.
The Skip Moto one might be better credited to, what's it called, OCS Dev Mike, who skipped it for the entirety of one of their group matches. Skipped Moto for the entirety of one of their group matches and won.
And
It
what?
is true that it storms on AD. Yes, Sheepy. I think that might have been Derpy. Were you my co-com for that one? I can't recall, Derpy,
I
where they
can't
skipped
remember.
Moto.
I can't remember at this
I
point.
just recall that someone, I just remember that, one team skipped Mido. Dev Pet and Mike Cat skipped Mido's house the whole dang race. It had their first bomb bag, and the other team didn't check it till an hour in. At which point we realized, wait, we haven't seen this yet?
Yeah. To note, Riley went up to Boss Key Chest in Ganon's castle, where Sponge did not. It was just a Deku Nut, so it's not a big deal, but
Nope.
that is now a check that Riley and Goomba have done. That oh, there we go.
There we go.
It's a
Fire,
miracle.
Forest, Spirit. Okay, it's too fast for me to read.
Basically, your stones are Deku Tree and Dodongo's Cavern, so all dungeons is very easy today.
Yes, it is.
All dungeons is free today, so that Song of Storms is not gonna be that hard to get.
No, it is not. Deku Tree has 11 items. Dodongo's Cavern 16. There's no way they're skipping
Yeah.
them.
We also have easy access to the Deku Shield, having it in the market, so it's yeah, we're probably gonna have that Song of Storms very quickly because we also have Bomb Bag as well.
Yes, we do. And nothing on bowling.
This isn't really even an oops all dungeons. This is just well, here's a free all dungeons.
This is a, hey, it's all dungeons. Okay.
I was doing it anyway.
Yeah, we were gonna clear those 2 dungeons no matter what.
So, screw it. Still funny though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I think it's gonna be 1 item in bottom of the well. And it's gonna be something awkward too.
I would I think they're all good on that they won't hunt Kokiri Sword because they've been reading the stones in grottos as well. So I think they're pretty comfortable with this not being season 4.
Yeah.
Because like if they had been like skipping all the stones in every grotto, then I'd be a bit more worried about it.
Yeah, with the season 4 settings, that just throws me off consistently. I'm just like, why are they not Alright, those are
Yeah,
off.
and they also went and visited Zelda. That too.
Yep. Also, Goron City Maid's left chest is dead.
Zelda's
Zelda's
DLC now.
We're actually seeing Hyrule Castle Fairy Fountain early. This isn't something you'd never see this early.
No,
Goron
but they
City
have
Hammer
flowers.
is dead.
Yep.
Oh, we
I was
got
just
that
saying that for Namaha, who saw it 20 seconds ago. Yeah, having CL and bombs going to the castle is pretty rare, but rather handy here. Although it's just a bomb refill.
Whenever you can do it early, it's nothing.
Yep.
Whenever you can't do it early, it's always something. And you sit there like, why?
I had a seed where I rolled one of my earlier seeds had a go mode long shot on that ferry. Because both teams just scared it.
Well, yeah, because if you go up there early without bombs, it's just such it's a single check back there. You have to walk all the way back there. It's kind of one of those ones where it's just like, ugh. He's just in a bad spot if you don't have bombs and ZL going up there, and rarely you have bombs and ZL going up there.
Indeed. Just a
In this
purple
case,
rupee on talent.
We had those, but normally you don't.
Nope.
Yeah, season 4 Zelda. I just appreciate the fact that Zelda is a nice change for season 4.
I do like the new settings. We will actually be doing the Challenge Cup again to go with Season 4 once this co-op tourney wraps up. I know they're currently still in the midst of finalizing settings.
Oh no.
Oh,
Goomba. Goomba failing the chickens.
Ooh, that's
Could
a
not-
real rarity.
Yep.
That one chicken just got into a bad spot, and
And Sari's
Yeah.
Malum is actually really nice.
Yeah, they can clear out Goron City in Child Goron City here real quick.
and it gives more. You can now to get Skull Kid while you're in Lost Woods as well.
That's your forest access as well. 'Cause
Yep.
Forest is vanilla.
Really nice
Forest,
change.
water, and shadow are all vanilla.
Still
Along with
Deku.
Deku.
That was Deku.
I was just like, wait a minute, so is it's like, here,
Yep.
you want vanilla? You want vanilla?
I know. Not only, no, because I looked at the so we do get the medallion stone layout as volunteers ahead of time. So I looked at that ahead of time. It's like, A, that looks very vanilla. B, that's a super easy AD.
Yep.
Got a bit of a chuckle out of it.
Yeah, because I think there's only like one thing down in the well, and it's gonna be in the basement.
Because it always is.
Yeah, it always is in the basement.
Alright, we get our first forest with Sponge, so I'm assume he's going off to Deku Tree.
Oh, hey, fire arrows. And iron boots. Iron boots are actually affordable.
Okay,
you
you're
are
about
ahead of
2
me.
seconds ahead of me. 125 and 190.
I'm just 90.
Pause and restart Sponge.
That was a 125 rupee fire arrows. Add that to the list of things that you might need to buy for the wallet. And iron boots for 90.
Yep. And to note, Sponge is not reading hint stones around Deku Tree. I know there's been or back when it was like the season 3 settings, that was kind of picking up in popularity, skipping those hint stones. Now in
especially
season 4,
popular-
probably not as much because you're lacking hint stones now.
Oh,
But
hey,
here's
oh. Oh, handy. You guys are both slightly ahead of me, so I'm going to refresh the...
Well, yeah, after Sheepy was ahead, I refreshed and I think it synced it back up.
Yeah.
Pretty much it, yeah. Well,
never
also
have
at
to
this
buy-
point, we're only missing 2 hints.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
'Cause
so like
there's doubles of
skipping them
each,
makes
so...
way too much sense right now.
Plus, you never have to buy a shield. Because of that mirror shield right there. I'm just like, yeah, here
Yep.
you go.
Somewhere Wooden Barrel is smiling.
Hey, and there's our money for our iron boots.
What was in the Tech Grotto?
I
I
did not.
didn't catch it.
Yeah,
I was looking at what was in Deku Tree.
so was I. Yeah, I'm giving the whole page a refresh just to make sure. Hopefully I'm not a second or two behind.
Hopping up the chains.
Heart piece or container. Okay, thank you, Tom.
Yeah,
It's available, whatever it is.
I mean,
it is true.
That is true.
It's available.
Yep. Both iron boots and the bomb bag were affordable. A little bit pricey, but affordable.
Goomba getting his ZL as a child. It'll be interesting to see if he dips back in and does Child Spirit.
Honestly,
Plus
I
they have a
would.
boomerang. Not a bad choice. There's 3 checks right
Boomerang,
there.
bombs, plenty of sticks. I mean, you might as well at least get the first 2. See if you are child
First
blocked.
3. First 3, there's a skull.
Oh yeah, first 3 because of skulls. Yeah. But yeah,
Heart piece
make
and
sure you're
Deku.
not child blocked here, because I mean everyone's child, or at least for Goomba and Riley. Riley's also child, so if you know there's a key here, he can just come out and grab that key while
Oh,
he's
yeah.
still child.
Yep.
In the meantime, though, Namaha's off to Gerudo Valley.
And there's
Still,
Riley.
never have to buy a shield.
Nope.
This seed is just looking at Barrel like, here, you should have played this.
So you know whenever their match gets scheduled, there's not going to be shields.
They're gonna try
No,
mirror
not for
shield.
them at least.
Not for a long time.
Nope.
And Barrel still.
Also, ooh, Din's in Mido, so screw that fire arrows.
Yeah, no. That's another thing knocked off what you need for a wallet for.
I know that's what we're saying, Gav, is the fact that there's all these free shields. It's because Barrel's not here, and if he was here, then these shields wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Oh, hey, by the way, we can actually check the crappy back Deku skull today.
Oh yeah, we can.
As long as Sponge doesn't fall down.
He's like,
He's good.
he's like,
He's like, okay, I already stored this flame. I need to use it before I go check that skull.
Yes.
I love that you used to walk through that cobweb when coming from that side.
Oh yeah, that's great. One-sided collision. Because OOT is a well-coded video game.
Yep.
Also, so far, no keys on child side.
Nope. Ooh, strength upgrade on the
there's a
lake
strength.
scrubs.
That's actually really nice. They're having that strength.
There's a key.
And a free
Okay.
Deku shield. Free.
So there is a key child side. I would assume
And a scale.
Riley will go pick that up because it is just the skull, and you could just get it with the boomerang.
Also, nice scale to go with it. That is a very good location for it, actually, for a scale. If you had to get it anywhere, Lake Scrubs is a pretty good spot.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you
that's
get
the
whatever's
best
on the
because you
bottle.
Gives it on the bottle, go right in the vein.
Yeah.
Yes,
Get
the
the-
hero Saturday, who's an absolute nutcase.
Get domain, get river, all that early. That's a great spot for scale.
Yes, it is. Alright, I am also marking off our notes sheet with quickly marking off the items we'll need, because we need basically everything today.
Yep.
To note, Goomba is going deeper in Child Spirit. He decided to use that key child side. And look, there's another key. That one you could get as an adult though, so that's not necessary to grab as a child.
It's just nice to know where your keys are as far as you can go.
Alright, and we have a Goma down over on Sponge's side.
What she got for us?
So besides that mirror shield, there wasn't a whole lot in Deku Tree.
Nope. Not really. Some money, a couple
never mind.
tokens. Oh, never mind. That's handy.
Never mind.
That's a bow.
I love how, like, oh,
Um,
there was not really much in Deku Tree.
So
Never mind.
And then it's like,
Never mind.
that's
Verbal
for
backspace.
temple.
yeah, that's forest. That's
Yeah.
a
That is
song.
cool. That is.
Because
That's
and
2 songs right there.
yeah,
Gonna
for
do these
Sponge
keys.
and Namaha, they're the ones that know of that strength. Goomba and Riley haven't gone to Lake yet.
Not yet,
So-
no.
Namaha obviously will go get that bow now, but he still needs to go get his hook shot before he would have forest access.
Here's Din's for Sponge.
That's
Still means that our wallet is on our list of things to pick up, because we still need one.
Yep.
We need that hammer.
Oh, we do. Logically, we need a slingshot. Who cares?
Yep.
Well, probably we need a slingshot logically, because we're all assuming it's storms required, because why the heck wouldn't it be? We go on this.
Well, I mean that very. I guess if that wasn't logical first bow, but that also could be logical first bow to require.
It
the
could also be. It's likely to be AD because A, it's one of my seeds. B, the stone layout is just too nice.
Yeah, if there was nothing in well or the storm god, also eyeball frog, gross. Good thing we already know Big Groundfoot is dead.
Yeah.
And Steve was just like, hey, I know you just got the hint that it's just a hurricane painted, but yeah.
Yep.
Here,
Here.
have one of the worst starting items for that trade sequence. So double defense and
Oh, hey, the blue fire.
Here,
Some block. And a blue fire bottle on the Scrubs by Theater.
That's actually really nice to have right there. Just like,
Nice.
I know you have taken one freeze the king. Here you go. Hopefully he does not have your paradoxial letter.
They already have a boomerang. They just need a letter now.
There's
another
another child locked key right there. On that
Um,
skull. Well, I guess that's not child locked. We have hookshot.
No, that one has some really stupid logic though.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a
So yeah, never mind. We have hookshot, so you can still get that as an adult, but still more child side keys technically.
Yeah.
That was not a fire locked key on Sunblock. I can't remember what.
Yeah, I don't remember what was on Sunblock. Or
I
yeah,
didn't see what was on Sunblock because I looked over.
Oh, well, Sunblock was double defense map chest is what I
Oh,
thought.
yeah.
Oops.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, no. I was like, what's in the... I remember titties being there.
double defense. Yep.
No, no, titties was on Sunblock. I'm forgetting map chest. Whoopsies. Brain.
Actually, so as expected, Namaha is picking up his dins. We'll see him go into Deku Tree and get that mirror shield and the bow. And I'd expect we're going to see Forest Temple here pretty soon on Namaha and Sponge's side.
Yeah, we'll probably see
Like-
Forest and DC together because, you know,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, luckily we're probably going to be spared from Quad Forest.
Hopefully.
I get the feeling we're going to be spared from Quad Forest. At
Probably,
max, we get
yeah.
a triple? Song of Time.
There's Song of Time.
You guys are both still a couple ahead of me.
That's weird
Yeah.
now.
I don't know. Colossus Fairy is dead. I tend to be a second or two behind because my internet isn't always the greatest thing in the world.
Then there's that OT hint yet again.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
Namaha's going out to Requiem. Or he's playing Requiem. Oh, and Sponge. They're both playing it. Are we going to get double Child Spirit on their
I
side?
think Namaha's just gonna get the song and Sponge is going to clear it because Sponge has ZL, Namaha doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Albino Rhino, hello, welcome in. Bombs were on the chew shop for 70 rupees. And Sponge, wrong side!
You can tell that
quite
it's
push
a
that
muscle
block.
memory hard as crap. He's like, wait. I love how he even grabbed the block as if he was going to push it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna get the fairy fountain over here real quick. Well, he's
Yeah,
Likely.
looks like he is.
Yeah, also, if you guys want to know where items were, we do have a note sheet running for various. That a bunch of us three in our tracker helping to keep this note sheet going so we can keep track of logic and where stuff was, because it is hard to keep track after 3 hours.
Alright, the Skull Kid have something.
Yeah,
Light
oh,
arrow!
there's
Light-
light arrows!
So, that sorry song is necessary.
Yes,
It is. Not that it was hard to get.
That's not what I was expecting on the kid.
That's actually a good thing that Sponge is the one to do Child Spirit, while Namaha presumably does Lost Woods, because Sponge doesn't actually have Saria's song. He went straight to... He save quit after getting, the Pona song. He doesn't have Saria's at the moment because he wasn't sure if it was
Yeah.
useful, and the rest of Ranch was deader than dead.
Yep, and Namaha doesn't have the boomerang to Child Spirit, so...
Oh yes, also that, because of Sponge's fail on Dompe race. We've had 2 unusual fails. The Goomba failed Challenge Chickens, and Sponge failed at Dompe.
Funny enough, actually, that Dompe race fail has done some good things for their routing by having them not both have those items. Like, they've gotten to check a couple things earlier. So, I mean, eventually he's going to have to go back and get that, but it hasn't hurt them to this point.
No.
And
Also,
Purple just
good
pointed out
point.
that
Yeah, there's a second one that lost. Probably Scrub Grotto is what I'd assume it was.
Yeah.
There's like a zillion in there, and I know it wasn't the theater scrubs at any rate.
And it wasn't the Bright Skull scrub either. I think it was the Grotto scrub. Purple can correct us of it. No.
Bridge
It is Bright
scrub.
Scrub? It was Bright
Oh,
Scrub.
Bird
okay.
Scrub? Heh.
So that bow and Deku's our second bow then.
Yeah, that definitely would be logically, but they're still gonna get that bow and
I mean,
clear
you're
out
gonna get
Deku
both
Tree.
bows anyway.
Yeah,
One
because
person's
you know,
getting both. The other might just get the Goma one.
because you
I mean,
know
you gotta get
most
both
likely
anyway.
you want that Song of Storms.
Yeah, it was either a grotto or a bridge. I just remember it was one of those two.
Yeah, because I know it wasn't the Theater Scrubs. Theater Scrubs had the bottle.
With the bottom of the heart piece.
We'll see it again. Because
Not a big deal at any rate.
Namaha and Sponge still need to check that stuff, so we'll see it again.
Yep, we will. Namaha just doing a very quick Deku Tree, knowing the Mirror Shield's about the only thing of worth in here, skips the whole rest of it.
Yeah,
For
Mirror
Goma.
Shield and the bow.
The bow's pretty much always Goma, so you're really just like.
Yeah, Goomba's not doing Deku Tree, so maybe he is just gonna get the other bow, or he got the other bow.
He does.
I mean,
have
he has
a
to go
bow.
in and get the Mirror Shield at least, so maybe he waits until he has magic and just drops down and kills Goma then.
Might
But
also just...
that's a big risk if there is gonna be something locked in bottom
Oh,
well.
chat! Slingshot, that's...
Steve's just like, yeah, I'm gonna like fix myself real quick. When we're not paying attention to it, it's just like, here you go.
Also, adult shooting gallery is a useless
Yeah.
group as another bottle. Okay, thank you.
With that slingshot there, both those bows are essentially same sphere at this point.
Yeah, more or
Yeah?
less.
Like they're
Orange Shark was
basically
also
either one
busted.
could be logical first bow at this point.
Yep. And they're both equally available.
So it just depends on where you go first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
no,
and
there's no
that's
reason.
that's what I'm saying. There's no reason not to do Deku Tree. Because if you did skip it, that would just be such a big gamble that
It would.
there's nothing on Song of Storms, which is not worth it in this scenario.
Yeah.
Not when
Oh,
the teams
gee.
are so evenly matched.
Mhm.
If like there was a team that felt they were skill behind, then maybe you make that play. But these teams are very evenly matched, so I don't see them taking that risk.
Yeah, absolutely. All four of these runners were in the top 32 of the Season 3 main tournament of Ocarina of Time Randomizer and are all exceptionally skilled. And they did not get here by dint of sheer dumb luck. There is a lot of skill that goes into getting here in the co-op tournament.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, didn't play then? Okay, so Aikun wasn't. I forget. So three of them. Oh, Sunsong Grave is our last 10. It is a neighbor's law. Oh, okay, that actually might be logically useful.
Oh right, 'cause scrubs.
But yeah,
Alright, so
Namaha, Sponge, and Riley were all top 32 Goombas of a similar level as well, so very, very good match here.
Yeah. So as expected, Riley's going into Spirit Temple. I'm gonna guess he's just gonna grab this one key and then leave.
Probably. I did forget we also have Saga Time, so yeah, neighbors left it dead
Never mind.
today. Whip ceased. Rainheart. Thank you, chat, for keeping us on our toes. Might as well since we've got a bit of downtime. Shoutouts to our forerunners, Namaha, Sponge, Goomba, and Riley, to my co-cons, Sheepy and Dervy, and to my fellow trekkers, FMZ Gun, Purple, and Tunneltuck.
It's
Yeah.
a good time all around.
Yeah, as expected, Riley just grabbed the key and left. It makes a ton of
Oh,
sense.
nice! I didn't even realize I had that channel point roller. That's new. Aww.
Cute.
Unfortunately for Namaha, he's not gonna be able to go and grab that key. Well, actually, no. I guess he could, but he would have to walk all the way around to the backside.
I wouldn't want to do that,
So
honestly.
yeah, I'm gonna assume he's not gonna grab that key at least for now, which could come back to
He's gonna pick
hurt
up a
them a bit.
slingshot here in Goron Cities if he wants to. He can now with this slingshot.
Yeah, but he would still need to go to the backside to pick it up.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. He can't just walk into the room and pick it up.
Fair. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, we need to.
That's it. Like I did offer the my dumb IA.
You could also have one that is, I roll a terrible seed for you of any settings of your request, because I can roll seeds of most any type of setting.
I will be right back. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I could also use that about 2,000 times, at least.
I don't even know how many times I can use it because I'm. Oh.
I have 107,000 points, so.
Yeah, no, you can just use it. I can use it about 250 times, so like every different more expensive ones. Because the fact that I didn't even know that until you said it, and I was like, oh, what's this? Click. Oh, that's so cute. Click.
Yeah.
If you give me like 5 minutes to finish my tea, I will give you guys a proper AYAYA because you deserve one.
No, alright, Sponge in the meantime, back to the actual race, is off to to pick up his skill and strength upgrade also, and as both Riley and head back at him.
It's honestly really nice here. Of also doing this at night too.
Okay, also, Namaha just need to do Goron City Maze as a child, which makes sense since they know the left side is dead. It might as well just get it done with while you're here.
And you can also get the skull here too.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome
And
back.
you're back. Not much happening. Namaha's a fool!
Mostly the blue pieces as we still now.
And that's
There's no
about it.
protection shield.
Not getting that.
And the Sponge is getting his scale and strength as the other two had adults, so not a ton going on. You missed basically nothing.
So, Goomba and Riley never found the strength.
Nope, they never did childlike. They have no idea where their strength rate is.
So that's a big deal.
That
Because now
is-
they can't full clear forest where Sponge and Namaha will be able to. Unless they find another strength somewhere here in adult. Like in
and-
Yeah, Goomba's gonna go on. Nope, never mind. Get the blue po. Big po. Blue po.
They might do adult lake because the scrubs are there then, but it still is a bit of an ouch, especially because you don't really want to go all the way out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you're gonna go freeze the king. And I was like, wait, you just moved in Ganon's castle.
Yeah, I don't know. I would expect with Riley being in Kakariko, I'd expect he's going up to Dodongo's here.
Absolutely. Full clearable. It's pretty obvious it's AD at this rate.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well do AD.
Even if it's not AD, it's you want to do AD.
Because of storms, you have everything for well. Storms is such a. Oh
Purple,
yeah,
it's free Scarecrow.
Yeah.
It's free
Oh,
Scarecrow,
oh,
as you and everyone else forgets all the time.
because
You've been doing too much season
nothing
4.
else has free Scarecrow, so my brain automatically turns it off.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah,
then probably
You
planning on
agree.
doing Adult Lake.
Yeah, you do Adult Lake. Choose on Big Pose. Choose her.
Nice
honestly,
to
really
find,
there.
but not particularly necessary. Sponge picking up Saria song now. Might as well, because he knows he needs this later, as at some point. Purple aren't you with the scrubs, turning at least you were. I can't remember if you're still in it.
I thought Purple was just a commentator or something for
Purple mostly tracks, but no, Purple was in group or at least was qualified for Group B of Scrubs.
I haven't done anything with the Scrubs in so long.
Same here, to be honest.
I feel kind of bad.
Alright, Zora Shop.
Ah!
Is dead!
Absolutely nothing.
So the
Token, bomb
only
refill,
thing,
loopy, and a heartbeat, so...
only thing shop-wise we need is that hammer.
Also, Sunsong is vanilla. Thanks, game. Terrifying thought that Nocturne is still a wall.
Alright, well, looks like Goomba is not going Adult Lake Hylia. He is actually heading up to Death Mountain Trail, possibly dipping into Fire Temple, Dodongo's Cavern, all of that stuff.
Fire is a dubious play considering you
That
know
is
where your
magic.
hammer is. Oh, top of DC.
Magic!
I mean, you could dip in and see if your hammer locked.
I suppose.
Like you have enough time for that for just doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I probably would have sent Riley, honestly, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still think Riley's gonna go up there.
like
Mhm.
Like he's here in CAC. I think they're just double dipping this. They're gonna do it together, is what it seems like to me.
yeah,
Yep,
makes
that
sense.
is a magic meter. Yeah, they want to.
Magic.
Yeah,
It's-
they want that Song of Storms.
Yeah, because I don't know if there's any team really that would skip Saga Storms with this layout.
No,
Not with
no,
these
absolutely not.
stones. Not with these stones. There's stones you're already doing. You're not gonna skip it on these stones.
No. If you are, what the heck are you doing?
This is interesting. I think they're gonna have Riley actually like go through DC. Like
And
actually
Goomba's just
check.
blowing up the ice.
Yeah, so
So-
Doesn't
Goomba's
quite get
rushing.
it though.
Goomba's rushing the storms, and yeah, Riley will full clear it.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like, huh. And like especially with 22s, you're just
Oh, hey, French vanilla gold scale.
Well, I mean, technically, if you found that one first, it's just a vanilla silver scale.
Oh no, that's still a French vanilla because the vanilla one died in game.
where's gold? Scale.
Battle fishing, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, this is almost like
Oh,
I definitely have one just like rush storms, the other.
yeah, it's just this is where not having that oh, that was actually a good spot to find gold scale because he was able to just come do a lap.
Oh
To
yeah.
see what, where not having the strength is coming into play. It's kind of pushing them both into this double Dodongos play versus splitting Dodongos and Forest.
I don't think I've actually seen a team tag team DC before, but this works pretty well. Good knowing one rushes storms and probably well is my guess. The other actually does the other 12 checks or whatever it is in here.
And honestly, it could push. Well, no, because that'd be adult side. Never mind. I was gonna say could push them into the valley and lake, because of the storm Grotto and valley, but that's adult side. So they would
Yeah,
have
also,
to go child
that's-
come back adult before that happened.
yeah, that's not really priority storms Grotto anyway.
No, but with
You do
opponents
that
and
on
all
your
that, they
way.
could have pathed that in, but not yeah, because they would have to go adult child, and too much back and forth there for that to
Yeah.
happen.
You just went back and forth. Okay,
Alright.
I feel better.
Side rooms of DC look dead.
Yeah.
Hey guys, go. I finished my tea.
Now you're refreshed and ready for yet more commentary.
For another 4 hours.
Nah, I don't think.
It's not gonna be another 4 hours. I was actually
Sheepy,
sad.
these runners, I'm being scared of wing on tracking whipsies. These runners are good enough they can 100% a seat in about 3 hours.
Yeah, so I was like, it's not gonna be another 4. I would cry. I
And
would
trust
also
me,
wonder what did you roll?
yes,
Yeah.
because even the crappiest seat I've ever rolled for co-op did have one person support.
'Cause if, like,
Only
you
one
rolled
person
that
support
bad,
it, but it's also admittedly they weren't top 32 runners. I'm pretty sure a team like these two would be able to sub 3. I would definitely be able to comfortably sub 4 that seed. I don't think it would have been
There's a
sub 3 all, but
So there's hammer, and that's that's keeping them away from that strength longer because that hammer now lets them go beat fire.
yeah.
Granted, possibly out of logic without the strength, but they can still full clear fire now.
And they don't care
With
about the
finding that
strength
wallet.
upgrade.
No,
They
that's what I'm saying.
really don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter, but that's gonna keep them away from that strength longer.
Yeah.
Also, phew, Stair Skull is busted. Worst skull in DC is the Stair Skull.
Yep.
And yep,
Interestingly
Goomba needs
enough,
that wallet.
It looks like Sponge and Namaha are making a similar play. They're both in
Namaha's
adult
doing
CAC right
Dompe
now.
race.
Oh yeah, he has
Namaha
to,
needs his
yeah, he has to
Dompe
go
race
do
right
his-
now.
I forgot about that.
So I think so Nama's gonna do Dompe race because he's also here at night, so it works out a lot better.
Yeah, and maybe, I mean, because he'll probably go pick up that magic also. Maybe there'll be enough time for them to find the hammer. Or not the hammer,
Or
the
wallet.
wallet that leads to the hammer.
I mean, they can also just split DC and Forest, because Forest is clearable and just acquired, so...
Yeah, I think after Namaha gets his hook shot.
Hook shot, he's gone. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would expect. Hey, look, Butter Sword. Can now go do Deku. Oh, wait, this doesn't seem useful.
No.
Never mind, it's still useless here.
Yep.
It's still just a useful quotation marks little tool.
You still use Deku sticks.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's useful
Alright.
if you have no Deku sticks.
Alright, the pear scrubs are a heart container and a bread rupee, so that's good.
Absolutely nothing me.
Yep.
So, just the wallet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
So far,
Wallet.
unless
Let's
this
see.
has, well, I guess 2 more checks in here.
That ain't it. There's Boomerang for Namaha and Hookshot.
I just realized I have none of their audio on.
Yeah, with help. I am currently using sponges, actually. I don't remember who Restream is, but Restream is also using.
I was like, why do I hear absolutely
Bruto's
nothing?
ladder.
Ooh, DC Bridge. That is
Oh.
that's Jabu.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
will
but that's-
hopefully do the lake scrubs when they turn it in either. before
Oh
or
yeah,
after
they'll
Jabu.
definitely do it then.
Is it
That's
the way they-
actually not great for Goomba, because now this can be his 3rd dip into Cavern.
Oh my god.
He's just like, why? He was like, so far gone. He's just
He
like,
has
but
to
he's
go
like,
all the way through it now as well. So this is where I'm not a fan of this double dipping into the Dongos play.
He didn't
not
hit the
the
shortcut either, did he?
No, well, because he never climbed up there. He only had to go into this room to get the wallet.
Well,
It wasn't a bad idea on paper. I could see why with what
Oh
the
no, I
items they
understand
have.
the play,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
like, this is why I'm not a fan of the play.
No.
I understand
yeah.
it, but
yeah. Poor Goomba.
but like I said, it looks like Namaha and Sponge might be doing something similar. We'll see if he dips into Dodongos here after picking up this magic. Yeah, he's
No.
going to. I mean, no, never mind.
No.
He's going up. He's heading up.
Yeah, he's
Forest
going to
Temple.
Forest. Yeah. Okay.
Low link the Goron
That's
up, probably pick up the Crater Song and then go Forest.
Yeah.
honestly,
Okay.
that's what I would do.
Sponge in the meantime is gonna pick up the wallet, probably buy his hammer and go fire is my guess and where he's going.
Yeah.
And then go Child for Jabu would be the play after that.
Yeah, Sponge full clears out of here. Grabs his hammer, does fire, and probably goes in the forest right after, because hopefully by that
One of them
time-
will go Jabu at some point in the next while. It'll be a bit yet, because that is not high on their priority list. But yes, which also does remind me, we are starting to, yeah. So we can now full clear forest. We can now full clear Jabu. We can now full clear fire. We are missing a strength for spirit, a long shot for water, potentially iron boots. There's not Sponge's wallet. Potentially iron boots for water, though we don't know where gold scale is, and we need dense fire
we
and
know where
hover.
iron
We know,
boots
and
are,
we
though.
we need. No, right, we do have iron boots. Duh, silly
we
me.
just haven't,
No,
we haven't bought them yet, but we know where they are.
yeah, right. Duh, I'm silly. So we
Riley
need,
has his irons.
so we need strength 2 for spirit. We need hovers for shadow, and a long shot. So
Yeah, I'm also surprised, Champ, but at the same time,
Oh, Namaha doesn't have Song of Time.
No, he doesn't.
But doesn't why just let Sponge check them. Just let Sponge
He's
do
gonna
it.
do it. He gave it one
like,
try. It's not.
Sponge,
Yeah, I think he was just like, let me at least try.
yeah, let me at least attempt it.
And if I can't get it, oh well, I'm going Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're long shot, hovers, and strength 2 from no mode.
Yes.
Not bad for 40 something minutes in, so they're
Yeah.
not perfect.
So which of those items is in a bad spot?
One of them's gonna be well, because you know it is.
Want that.
It's a star seed. Which ones?
that.
I'm gonna assume long shots in a really garbage location because long
It's not
shots always
garbage
in a
like
garbage
it's not
location.
gonna be garbage like earlier was. The Star knows what happened
Oh
earlier.
my god. The SJL Claw, Hell Knight was playing it. Sheepy was running in from calming it. Oops AD for long
Not
shot
even
and shadow.
oops.
Well,
Not even oops.
I'm just gonna say it now. Chickens and Skull Mask are both not hinted.
Yeah.
So one of those has something. I'm just saying it now. One of those has something.
It's called Mask.
Probably. Yeah, sounds about
Yeah.
right, Hell Knight.
No, it was true AD.
Yeah. Also a minuet from Prelude on Minuet.
It was just true AD, and it's just like
All right, we got our first dip into Boring Temple.
hey, we're in Forest.
Yep.
All right,
Dee-doo.
everyone can take a nap if you were focusing on Namaha's stream while we focus on everyone else.
I was like,
Yes,
don't actually
indeed.
say that. I was like, don't actually say that, because I will actually take a nap.
Yeah, thankfully
Yeah,
we're playing. They're not
At
doing the
least we have other stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Come on,
Long shot
Lock.
lock Forest would be hilarious.
Long shot lock Forest is already dead because we got a key. We got
Yeah.
2 keys in the first room. It's already dead.
Yes, it is.
We had
For those
that
who go-
once.
Yes, it is possible if the skill by the floor master is your first Forest Temple key that you need to
I
long
remember
shot it from
asking
down
you about
below.
that earlier. I didn't even think that.
You asked me about hovers lock Forest earlier, Sheepy.
That too, but I was like, because we got hovers, we didn't have long shots. What hovers for that? Because I was, remember. Kind of
Up on the volcano is bombs.
Nothing up there.
Nothing. Nope.
Serenade in the crater.
That's actually kind of nice to have in the crater.
Well, Nocturne is one of 2 places. Either on, it's Hard Forest Lock for starters, and second, it's either Prelude or, Burning Cack.
Yeah.
Ew, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Flashbacks!
If
I
it's
don't need
burning
that.
cack, if it's burning cack, we gotta find the strength 2 and long shot before we would have shadow access. So I mean, but knowing that would eliminate basically shadow from having
It would.
any real. Well, actually, only thing it could have would be hovers on the first 2. If Nocturne is on burning cack. So actually, that's not the worst thing in the world because you eliminate a bunch of checks.
Yes.
If
that is
it's
true.
there. But if it's on Prelude, then that just opens up a can of worms.
Yeah, if it's on Prelude, then Shadow, obviously, you could have anything, including hovers on the first 2.
Yep.
But actually, I prefer it being Burning Cack, because that just eliminates Shadow Temple in general. You don't
'cause
worry
that
about
is
Shadow Temple.
17 items. Dungeon
Those
Cook
then, which will
Insanity.
be
You have what? 6 keys?
6. No, that's 17 items and 6.
Yeah.
Oh, 17
that-
items and 6 keys. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, Shadow has a lot of stuff. So if you can eliminate that to down to two items potentially, and it would just be your hovers, which you could check when you finally get access to it, those first 2. That's a good thing. That makes it easier for the runners to figure out where items possibly can be.
I knew Shadow got powerful in these settings, but I never really thought about how powerful.
It's already got 12 items in regular settings, Sheepy.
As I said, I
Uh,
knew it got powerful in settings. I know what I said shit are.
yeah.
You have to remember, I'm still kind of reeling from earlier.
That is a fair point. I'm honestly still impressed you decided to do double duty 8 hours in a row of comms.
Cause I'm fucking crazy.
That and I can have no filter over here. I can drop a lot of my filter for Silver Gauntlets.
Yep, also, Sponge, you are looking at the wrong shop for your hammer.
Yeah.
Sponge, please!
Whoopsies!
There it is.
Yep,
You got
wrong
fired.
shop. It's across the street. But no,
Hey,
he's
that's-
gonna go. Okay, he's gonna go do storms actually now because she just got his AD.
Yeah, and do storms. He can also do Jabu because he got
Mhm.
Ruto's letter. So yeah, go do all that child stuff. Let Namaha do the adult dungeons right now. You go do bottom of the well, storms checks, and Jabu.
I'm doing plus that for tracking. Well, Talk, what were you tracking earlier?
No, I think he's tracking after.
Oh, no, the enemy. He's not on the enemy weekly. We made sure there was no overlap. I don't know what he's tracking. Probably something like Wind Waker Rando or something, because I see Talk everywhere. It's a running joke between the two of us, because we're both everywhere.
Yep.
Although I also commentate, whereas Tom is mostly a tracker. Both, actually? Jeez.
God dang it.
I myself was tracking earlier today, MMR earlier, and then TMCR later. Ah, okay, Tom will talk. Well, shout outs to you also for doing it. I myself have. This is my second race of the day. I was doing I joined Sheepy after doing some ALTTPR French tracking for about 2 hours.
TPR.
All right. Well, so we have Goomba. Obviously, he's in Fire Temple, which expected with that hammer.
And wallet.
We're seeing Riley. Looks like, yeah, he is going to dip into Forest. We know there's nothing really in here so far based off of what Namaha's done, and he's not going to be able to finish this because he does not have a strength. So he's going to get locked out of Forest.
I love how that's coming from you, Lin.
Yes, I know, right? Because
Lin
Lin
from
here.
Lin specifically.
Yes, who just won the Cross Keys tourney yesterday.
GG! I didn't get to finish watching that race because I was passing out. So I took
Yeah,
it out
no,
for Among Us streaming. But GG, Lin. Because I know they were against Andy for that match.
Yes, he was. So yeah, it's a bit of a calling the kettle black on that one.
Also to note with Sponge doing storms and probably Jabu stuff, that would then all open up Ice Cavern for him when he goes back adult.
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
so
He would have dropped off the letter.
And that gives a minuet, which we know we don't really need.
Yeah,
No,
we
he's
don't
also
really
gonna
need. But if they
purchase-
ever need to go there, he would have first access to it at this point.
Yes, he would. Also, Iron so pick them up while you're here. No reason not to. It's gonna go also arrows, and then go off to Zorga's River for Jabu, I assume, at this point.
Yeah, Jabu, then go down the river for bottom of the well, do the Storms Grotto at the bottom of the river, get the Storms Grotto right here as well, get the one up by Forest Temple probably.
Yeah, check
Like
all
he-
your
he-
storm grottos.
Yeah, he's gonna be clearing out a lot of stuff here right now.
Oh yeah, very efficient routing here. I like this.
Just
Yeah.
clearing out your storm grottos makes it a lot easier. It's still funny how we saw that hint and then immediately got eyeball for it.
Oh my god, that was good. We have also gotten all of our hints at this point to note.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Namaha and Salty or Sponge are missing one because Namaha has a hint thing up on his screen. I don't know which one they're missing.
Let's see.
Wasteland. Adult shooting gallery.
Yeah,
they're
Yeah,
missing
but they
the
also
adult
checked
shooting
it.
gallery then.
I think they checked it also, so
yeah, he did.
Yeah, but I mean they don't know that's hinted, so they'll keep reading hints down until they find that.
yeah, but not a big deal at any rate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
To note, we didn't talk about it because it's Forest Temple, but when Namaha did. But all the early checks in Forest Temple were the keys.
Yep.
Like if you look at Riley's screen now, he has 5 keys. And the boss key. He also has the boss key already. So all the
Just
keys are
keys of-
early Forest.
Yep.
Not even
Which
fifth
it-
block yet.
Which is bad for Riley and Goomba because they don't have the strength to go deeper.
Nope. Yeah, the deeper parts of Forest are also looking pretty useless at the moment.
It's Forest. What do you expect?
Yes, indeed. Medallion Forest is dead. And then
Forest
Stone
is
Forest is going to be loaded. One of my earliest co-op seeds involved in Goop&amp for items with CC and Forest, where Forest had like 4 major items. I think.
Namaha.
What happened?
He side hopped into the hole when fighting the Stalfos. on the second floor.
I was like, what happened? Because I was looking over at the other Forest Temple.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Like, it definitely wasn't intentional. I don't know what he was exactly trying to do,
Maybe
but he
he was
just
trying to
side hopped into the hole.
Also, did Sponge just skip this river scrubs?
I don't
think
know.
so,
I
but
was
he might-
looking at Namaha side hopping into a hole.
Yeah, and I was in the other.
Fair enough.
I was looking at the other Forest Temple.
Oh,
Hey,
he might
it's
not have
magic.
had the,
Play
he
your
might
map
not have had
chest.
the money to do it at the time.
No, it's only 20 rupees. There's only a few scrubs in there.
Oh.
Not the money for it.
All right. Well, Riley's gonna get the strength right now. They're finally finding it.
Yeah. Feels a little bad here. Still,
Yeah,
they've been clearing out
put
fire
them
pretty
a-
efficiently.
Yeah, puts them a little behind. But I don't think a ton. But it
It doesn't
definitely has
really-
put them behind at this point.
Oh, also, fire was hover boots locked.
Fire is having good luck.
yes.
Okay.
Yep, because that double magic pull he's
Okay, yeah.
out.
Yes, and
Right.
also, Volvagia has a key, I believe.
Yeah,
Correct,
Volvagia
it
does
has
have
to.
a key.
Yeah, they're like they have to come beat Volvagia here.
Yep.
I love hover lock fires. They're so nice.
At least there's a skip around it. Okay,
At
so
least you
well, I
figure
mean
out-
that
as it-
I
at
mean
least
that
it's easier
tells
to-
you. I mean, if they now know the strength, so Riley and Goomba now know they're 3 items away from go mode. That tells you
Yep.
hovers can't be deeper in fire. So the only thing that
No.
could be up there is strength 2 and long shot.
You're not wrong, Chim. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Also, happy 1 hour, everyone.
Happy 1 hour.
Oh,
I mean,
it
we're about to
definitely
get
is.
medallion. We're about to get some medallions here.
No, we are still very even. I would just give it a slight lead to Namaha and Sponge based off of them just finding strength earlier.
Yeah, no, but overall, it's very close. Like,
Yeah, it's not a gigantic lead. It's a couple minutes at most. One more item in a different spot or a couple execution errors cancels out that lead instantly.
yeah. Also, Random Girl 17 reminding me we might as well shout outs to our 4 runners, Sponge, Namaha, Riley, and Goomba, to my 2 co-coms, Derpy and Sheepy, to my fellow trackers, Purple Tomotalk and FMZ Gun, and to our restreamer Hell Knight. Yeah.
That's our current one. Okay.
Yeah, yes it is.
These are like as the earlier did I was like kind of joking because we popped Hell Knight on restream. And I was like, I was like, wrong channel. These are, it was like, I don't know what our current Hell Knight command is.
That is what it is.
Cause I was like, did we change it from the make zombie noises one? Because I almost always see that command change when I'm not paying attention to it.
Yeah. So as expected, Sponge is in Jabu, and it looks like Riley is going to Jabu as well.
Looks like it.
Because
Has
he
letter,
just got
has
that scale.
rang.
He has letter. He has rang. So we're gonna see him going in there. So I would expect we're gonna see Goomba when he grabs the strength go Forest. He
And,
beat fire. He left the high checks up in fire, like we just talked about. The chances of they can only be 2 things. One of those has a third thing out there in the strength. So I think
Oh.
I think that's a worthwhile.
Okay, second wallet in the forced ceiling room.
Yeah. So that's actually nice.
Just now for Namaha.
He doesn't have to get the wallet in
DC.
DC. I mean, he still has to go through DC to get to the Rudo's letter.
So it's kind of family.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
So,
probably gonna pick Rabbit anyway, just like as a.
No, you don't pick up the wallet because that's an extra room you'd have to go through. So you kind of make.
No, right, it's off the side. Never mind.
Yeah, it's off to the side in the stair room.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll definitely skip it now. So I mean, it just saves him 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it still beats Scuba's triple dip.
Yeah. Yeah, the triple dip.
That was the thing. And now, okay, Purple saying that he is the one. Oh, there's the third wallet.
Also, Purple. I just want to go with is the fact that it's spooky month and Hell Knight rarely sleeps. So, or it doesn't seem like Hell Knight sleeps.
Yeah, well, that is a fantastic spot for that wallet. Lols. Both of them, actually.
Like you had pretty much all 3 of your wallets on like really easy spots.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just like
Forest falling ceiling.
And you only needed 1 for a hammer.
Yep.
It's great. Also, nothing on adult fishing. That was a token, and I think child fishing was a token too, so thanks, game.
Whole lot of not fishing. We haven't seen adult Lake Hylia yet, so these checks that Goomba is doing are new to us. Also, just on the boring temple check over on Namaha side, besides that wallet, Forest has had nothing. No one's shocked, no one's surprised. Everyone can go back to sleep.
Yes, indeed. More interestingly, Riley has picked up his gold skill now.
I've been mostly paying attention to Forest because it's like one of us has to pay attention to that.
Yeah, I've been looking over whenever he gets close to a check. He's like 5 minutes. We're fine.
Thanks for confirming, Chimp. Sponge did just straight up skip the river.
He's gonna have to go down the river again to get to well. So we can easily see him check them then. If he skips them then they just forgot they're there.
Yeah. No, it's just entirely possible. Those are a fairly forgettable set of scrubs.
Yeah. So if he does not check
there's
them...
long shot. There's long shot. Long shot.
So the only thing that can be in deeper fire is
strength 2.
Strength. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. And I mean, we still don't know where. And so I mean, at this point, you're really hoping Nocturne is Burning Cack. You want Vanilla Nocturne right now.
Yeah.
Because that eliminates Shadow essentially altogether.
Yeah. I don't even know, Blevin. Because it's still very close. It comes down to where the hell are hover boots? Where the hell are hover boots is basically the big one right now, and strength 2.
Yeah, it's definitely not anywhere close to GG because Riley's gonna find that here in a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just a couple minutes.
Well
is not the most appealing play because they have a lot of dungeons they can do now.
Yeah. I figure with that long shot.
You push dungeons. You don't go well. You push the dungeons now, and you regret doing the all dungeons play.
And on the other hand, you know your opponents did it too. Like there's no way in hell you hate this seed.
Well, and both the stones had stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's not like they were worthless.
Nope.
Yeah, and it's also like kind of helps in the case of the AD was just free this seed.
Yeah. No, they were getting AD no matter what.
Also, I find it kind of sad though that like we have all the child songs and yet
Frog's is dead.
It's just like, I'm kind kind of did. I know you get all the songs because AD was the freest thing in the world, but
It's actually great because I don't think Sponge has only one warp song.
Yep.
yeah.
And we got that right away.
And no one's done River Scrubs is the problem,
Yeah.
Rick.
We don't know. Because, yeah, the only person that's had access to check them so far was Sponge, and he walked by them.
Yep, I think he probably just forgot because he did do Frogs 1, so. Just a brain fart.
He's still gonna have to go by there.
Not necessarily.
Oh yeah, well, because he could dive into lake.
And take the owl. I'm honestly not sure which one's faster.
Yeah, so yeah, he's probably not going to go by those.
Likely not. Here's hoping for his sake it's useless.
But also, at this point, when would anyone else go check those? So if there is something there, they're all not finding it for a while.
No, he wasn't.
Purple, he had 38 rupees going to Frogs 1. That's enough. And I don't think he randomly picked up 3 rupees from nowhere.
Also, I want to shout out Namaha for buying the fire tunic and not the iron boots there in the shop.
And he has gold scale. I still have surprised, but he might come back.
Yeah, I mean, he can come back and get that. It's just, it definitely was, I mean, clearly he's going fire. That's
He's on 6 hearts, and he had the money. Might as well. He has his ready, I think. Actually, no, he doesn't have his hammer mark, so he's gonna go pick up some more money to buy his hammer.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we'll see
Tom says he was saying he's gonna get it on the way out. On the way to well with the long shot. We'll see if that's changed that plan at all.
Yeah.
Or if he's still gonna go well. I mean, you're a child right now. So the argument for going well, I know we talked about that it's not the best play, but the argument for doing it is you're already child, so you don't have to come back child to do it ever.
Especially since this would be your only other child check, pretty much.
That's all that's left child at this point, because you've already done child spirit. Besides things like chickens and skull mask, wells,
which you're not doing.
Yeah.
No, you might combine chickens with well.
Yeah.
Heavy on the mic, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, okay, this makes sense. Namaha's just gonna pick up the wallet, which is gonna get him his iron boots and hammer, and probably a better choice than grinding it up. I'm also not sure what Sponge just got on this last Skull and Shabu, because the jellyfish got in the way. Did I do that? Okay, thanks.
And Goomba is gonna be full clearing forest. There's nothing in here. So, sorry Goomba. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
Basically.
We love you, but we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Also, I was just scared of rain and I forgot to mark Sponge's long shot. Yeah, well.
It's fine.
Yeah, purple. Yeah, if you're tracking him, there's a wallet. He will pick up a wallet. That's it.
And it's not trackable, so it's not on the tracker. So Purple can go snooze.
Yep, you can go snooze until you have to mark his medallion.
Yes.
15 minutes. Set the timer.
Probably closer to 10, but yes. Also, Sponge is getting trolled.
Well, no, it will be 15 because he has to pick up all the keys here early, and then they haven't done the back half.
Oh, wait, no, it's Goomba, sorry. Whoopsies. Oh, sorry, I was thinking Jabu for some reason. Whoopsies.
Yeah, no, Goomba. Yeah, Goomba
Brain
and
fart.
Yeah, definitely gonna be closer to that 15-minute mark.
Alright, yeah, so Namaha is gonna do DC now. Pick up the wallet, pick up his Bruto's letter, and then go fire this point.
Yeah.
We'll also purchase iron boots at some point in the mix.
So here is where we get to see, does Sponge continue down and go well, like their original plan was? Also another bow on Baronade.
It's a last bow.
Yep. Or does finding the long shot push him adult?
He does have the boots, so that's why I was like, I wouldn't blame him here if he went adult, because like I said, he is the one who has the iron boot.
I
Right
honestly
now.
wouldn't blame him either way because of the idea of getting well out of the way now.
Oh, the
You
rest of your child checks out of the
you
way.
don't have to come back child again.
Yeah,
Combine them all
it's.
together.
I don't really see people doing it, but I could also see why they would do it.
Yeah,
We'll see
I
what he
don't
ends up doing.
I don't think it's the best play, but I
It's
also
definitely-
would not fully question why he's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one fairy is dead, and he is gonna walk out. Nope, that's a save quit. Rip the scrubs.
God dang it. Unless he's gonna go.
Unless he's going through forest. Just go back through the river forest.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see. We're getting at this. It's a waiting game right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pathing. Nope, he's going field.
Yep,
Okay.
that's
Yep. So yeah, rip those scrubs. Rip well. I mean, we're about to see Riley with the same decision. We'll see if they make a different call.
They did River as adults, so they only have a couple of checks left in there, so.
Well, more the well versus going adult with the long
I know.
shot.
But wait,
That's
Riley
more the
doesn't have
decision.
storms though, so
Oh yeah, he doesn't have storms.
he can't get the
No,
scrubs himself.
he would have to go pick it up.
Also, Sponge is angling for the cack here.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess that's answers our question of where he's going.
But does he go get those scrubs? No.
He ain't.
He's still leaving the scrubs. Maybe they're planning on just having Namaha check them on his way up to Jabu.
Not me digging.
Yeah, this is not pay digging. Also, probably 10 skulls while he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they are doing the well play.
Looks
He's skipping well and doing chickens. No, I mean, he made it night, so I don't think we're seeing chickens.
I'm not seeing.
Even though he's here and can do it, I would be surprised if he does chickens.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does chickens after he does the skulls, just to get them out of the way. Because it's like I don't like leaving
Also,
chickens is
Beautiful Baronade fight on Riley's side. He got that perfect Baronade fight there.
Not being drilled.
Yeah, because Sponge got
God, Dante just digging up someone's heart right there. Like,
Well-
just pull the heart out of a body out of the ground right there. Alright.
Well,
Was the all dungeons bait?
probably.
Probably.
Or is one thing down there and it's not like something we need. But it's probably me.
It's probably bait. Oh, we're gonna see what's on Prelude here from Namaha.
Oh yeah.
He just save quit.
So he wants to not see Nocturne.
He wants
Yeah.
Bolero.
Yeah, he wants. Let's see.
No, Bolero!
Yep, that's
All
Bolero.
right.
That is it.
So
Alright.
Back that
Shadow
that's
Temple
the
is deader than dead today.
yeah, because you
only thing that can be in there is
well
numbers.
hovers in the first two. That's all that could be in shadow.
Literally.
Yeah, that's it. And that's a use. It is actually convenient too for Namaha, who can go Fire Temple now.
Yeah.
Who else can check a fairy on his way out?
Alright, so just a red rupee. That's just
Still needs to
bombs.
buy the hammer, come to think of it.
No, he just bought the hammer, I thought. He was just down in CAC.
Oh wait, no, he did. He just hasn't marked on his personal tracker. Duh.
It's on his C button.
Yeah, it's like it's on his
That is a
keyboard.
bigger thing. That is entirely on me. I am slightly brain fried.
It's
This,
alright.
I was like, I'm the one who
I
will be
have
brain
done
fried.
that many times before. Where it's like, they need to get that. Oh wait, they have it.
they're in fact wearing it, or it's something, or a D-pad, and it's just like, oh wait, I'm stupid.
Okay, the D-pad, I've honestly been just like, I can't see
Alright,
that.
Riley is picking up his Song of Storms here, so we'll see. I think we're gonna see him go off to well as well.
What entirely possible.
It's not the best of plays.
I think so. My thought process here of why we're seeing both teams do well versus pushing dungeons is just covering themselves, thinking the other team is
Also,
going to do it.
I forgot, Riley also hadn't picked up Sorry, so he's gonna go get that to get his light arrows.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't plan on coming back, child, after this.
Yeah, no, this is
likelihood.
like your child cleanup right here.
Get it done and
It's like, here, do child cleanup. Don't think about it.
it's not like Goomba gets stuck going through a forest temple that's dead. It has a wallet, that's about it.
Yeah.
Which is not needed at this point.
Nope.
The fact that we found all three of them.
Yeah.
It's always when you don't need all of your wallets that you find all of your wallets.
Yep.
And when you don't need your wallets, you can't. When you need wallets, you can't find them.
So far, nothing in.
Nope.
I don't think we've
pieces,
seen. We haven't seen the skulls killed.
I haven't seen Dead Hand.
Yeah, I mean he's heading
There's a
up
lot
to
of
Dead Hand
stuff.
right now.
There's
Yeah,
still-
so
there's
there's
still
plenty
quite
of
enough
checks,
stuff.
but
Dead Hand.
so far to note, it has been dead.
Yep.
I love how like we haven't seen Dead Hand. Ripping.
Nothing
but yeah,
on Crater Fairy. I think it's Trail Fairy. Crater Fairy was dead too, so it's time for Fighter.
yeah, and Riley staying child, he's gonna do storms checks and well at this point.
It's like, you
looks
do your
like.
child cleanup here.
Yeah, you don't want to come back child, and I think that's what has pushed them to make this play, along with, well, if there is something there and the other team did it, we lost. And if you skip it and there's something there, you lost.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know the other team got AD because it's that freaking obvious.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, you can flip that logic on, well, if we skip it and there was nothing there, that could win us the match. But that's just that's playing it safe versus gambling. And I think with both these teams being as talented as they are, they're leaning towards the safe side. They're playing it a bit more safe.
Yeah, like the father-son bonding needs to win this match if they want to go again tomorrow. But
Yeah.
for AYAYalphas, they need to win this match to continue on. I had a brain fart for 2 seconds.
Oh,
There's
no,
the last wallet
he
for
picked up his light arrows and played Prelude. Maybe they are skipping bottom of the well. They are.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's
it
a
was
last
just-
bottle.
Bottle percent. There's our last.
So we were just talking about the skip, and if there's nothing there that could put you ahead. Them finding the strength second, that probably makes them feel like they're behind, and that made it more like they feel like they need to skip something. Because with that strength where it was, if you find it that late, I don't know who wouldn't feel behind at that point.
Yeah, and with them, they're like, let's just skip well, because if it's something down there, oh well. But if it's not...
Also, this is a water play.
Yes. Which makes sense with Goomba already have done most of fire, and he's obviously going through forest, and there's been nothing in either of those. Going into water makes the most sense.
Oh yeah. Also, here's 3 quick checks in a row, and in the basement here, which will be the end of the well for Sponge. He has found Jack's Squad.
Yep.
Yeah. But to note, so we had talked about father-son bonding having a bit of a lead by AYAYalpha Gamers making the decision to skip well. That's basically made them equal at this point.
Yes, it has. So just some money. Screw the
so
shield,
unless
he's
there's
done child.
Yeah, he's just
Unless
like,
there's something in the basement.
which-
Well, was a waste of time.
Yep.
For Sponge and Namaha though, they probably had no reason to feel like they were behind, so playing it safe and just clearing it out was a good decision, I think.
Yeah.
And there was nothing there.
It is 100% dead.
It is 100% bait.
Oh my god, the storms is not necessarily useless yet. We still are missing the river scrubs, the SFM scrubs, and the valley scrubs, and I don't think we've seen the Death Mountain Trail storm scrub either. So
No.
Yeah.
But
So
there's
yeah,
still some storms checks we need to do, but like well was bait specifically.
yeah. Well was bait.
But it's also
Yep,
good
it
to
was.
get it out of the way.
Okay.
Your chickens
Does
are
he
here.
do chickens?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
yes,
he
it was like
does.
it was night when he went in.
So they are committing to the safe play. They are.
Chop cleanup, yeah.
They
I
don't want to be screwed by leaving something behind, child.
I
Yeah.
don't.
And I don't blame them because, like I said, they have no reason to feel like they were behind, which they weren't. So
Especially
playing it
with-
safer is not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, especially with Namaha pushing dungeons right now, like pushing.
I don't think we see Skull Mask because we don't have Nocturne.
Yeah.
So you don't have the songs to make Skull Mask easy.
No, and it's not worth the time sink at this point.
No.
Like if we had Minuet, yes, but
Yeah, if we had Minuet and Nocturne, we already have Prelude.
I mean,
But
like even I'm talking about like
to
even
note,
without
Sponge has none of those.
yeah, I was like, I was going more of because we have Prelude. If we had also Minuet, then I wouldn't have minded doing Skull Mask. Like, yeah, Nocturne would have made it a lot nicer, but like, at least having those two makes that so much faster.
Yeah.
How close theater is to Minuet. But like, no Minuet, it's like, nah. No, it's like no Nocturne or Minuet, like, nope. And then
screw
he
it.
also doesn't have Prelude either, like as we mentioned before. It's like,
And so to note, we haven't found anything of interest in Water Temple. I mean, we're 2 items from Go Mode, so there's not much of interest left in the seed to find. We haven't seen Bosky yet. That's kind of the most important thing besides items for us to find in here.
We do know that some of the items are pretty deep because we do
There's
have as the Bosky Crab Skull.
Okay, so you could do gold scale Water Temple.
yeah.
Well,
I-
and assuming there's no item
you
that
can't
you
do
need
that.
in. Oh, we are turning in the letter, by the way.
I mean, he's right here.
He's right here.
I know, but are we going to see Skull Mask? Are they playing it that safe?
I would, like I said, in this case of playing it this safe, I wouldn't be surprised. But also,
Well, so and like you said, Sheepy, they need the win. Namaha and Sponge. Could they be making the play that, well, chickens and Skull Mask? That's our win condition. If something's there, that will get us to game 3.
Yeah.
Like, let's make the call. Let's do it. If there's something there, that's game 3. We force game 3 if something's there.
Also, that's
Okay,
fine.
not chickens,
Yeah, so,
but he got his shield back.
yeah, got a shield back.
Long
Not doing
down.
skulls here though.
No.
Oh, wait, he's gotta come back, so never mind.
Well, if he's doing
Yeah,
Skull Mask,
if he's doing Skull Mask, he has to
He's
come
gotta
back.
come back. Never mind, that makes sense.
we'll see what
Chickens,
exactly the
chickens made sense there with
'Cause he was
coming out
already
of well.
intact.
He was already there. Like doing Skull Mask, you're making the play that, well, if there's something here, we win. Like we're not putting it off.
Yeah.
Like we'll see if he walks into the mask shop here. And like I said, he doesn't have good songs to make this a great play. Like he's gonna be
No.
walking.
Oh yeah. By the way, back to AYAYAlpha Gamers. Don't completely ignore them. Goomba's after River. Riley is finding much in water,
Okay, we are not.
Yeah,
getting
I was like, I've been looking over. I was like, I haven't seen a lot in water.
and there's double magic force Namaha telling him he is key locked out.
So to note, he dropped off the letter probably in case they ever have to do Skull Mask late in the seed. He now has a bit of a lead on the Skull Mask progression. But yes, I would have been very shocked to have seen it at that point in time.
Like child cleanup, yeah.
Yeah, like to be that safe and that much of like putting time into not great checks, especially after well came up Aaron.
So, question:
Hmm.
Are river scrubs child only?
No, they can be done as either age.
No.
Okay, sorry, I just heard them weep and I got excited. We're seeing Goomba go into Jabba, which is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, go get your long shot.
Yeah.
And-
Spun's
Get your long
probably
shot,
going
get your
to
long
shoot a big Poe here. Nope. Just heading straight. Is he going ice?
I want to start doing dungeons at this point and let Namaha do some
I know, but
exploration
he's
because Sponge
passing
needs
river.
to do. Oh,
Let's go for river.
thinking about those scrubs and
Scrub.
maybe ice cavern. That's an interesting choice. Although
Yeah.
he might just get the scrubs and dive to Forest Temple. Though actually is what I'm thinking. Here.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. If he's going into ice, he's going in there for Minuet to make that a little bit of a faster. Getting a little bit.
At that point, just dive.
But IDK.
He has iron boots. He's just gonna dive.
Yeah,
That's not faster.
I forgot he could just dive into forest from here. That he still had to do forest.
Yeah, so it's like if he's
All right,
doing
so Morpha is down to note. We have not seen the Dark Link dragon statue river loop. We'll see if Riley does that. There's another key. So there are still items in Water Temple.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, Fountain and Ice is a lot of checks in this setting. Also, there was nothing on those scrubs, right?
Nope.
Nothing scrubbed.
And hi, Hamza.
Hi, Hamza.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've heard the weirdo noise. I got actually confused for 2 seconds. Because I had
We're getting
Goombas
shoot in the
out.
sun.
Which is yuck.
We are getting the ice cavern play.
Yes, we are. Interestingly, Sponge going for not regression, which is
And we are getting the deeper fire play as well. Nama's going back in.
interesting.
So the only thing that could be up there is strength 2. I mean, if it is up there, that's
a good
big.
thing, but like
That's huge for them if that's up there.
It is, but I'm also getting a little concerned for Sponge at this point because he only has one medallion still. He has not done forest, he has not done fire, and he hasn't gone water either. And at some point or another, he's gonna need to put in the time to catch up. And we've seen before in previous matches where one team just has one run consistently doing new checks and they end up falling behind on progression. And sometimes the math just doesn't work out.
Yeah, the average ends up not working out because they finish so far apart from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it can, this strategy of splitting this up like this can pay off if you find an item in one of these spots.
Right, but if you're just consistently finding dead checks and falling further and further behind, it's just gonna adds up.
It's gonna hurt you in the long run.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if this play pays off for them here.
That is you get the bloopy or recovery heart or something at the bottom of the fountain there.
Tunic, actually.
Yeah, might have been Tunic.
Tunic, which is hilarious.
But you're still not gonna go all the way down for that.
Not for that. Not for a Zora Tunic, no.
No, you're not. He's got 8 hearts, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, I think that's a Zora Tunic.
I couldn't quite tell.
It was something blue.
Yeah.
That much I could
It was
tell.
either Bloopy or Zoratune because it wouldn't have been Recovery Heart because he.
Yeah, I realized that
plain
after saying
heart.
it.
Yeah.
Alright, Deep Flare for Namaha. Juma's just doing Jabu, and Riley is probably off the Forest Temple at this point.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Finish out.
So for Goomba, Because I mean, obviously we got Sponge and Ice. So for Goomba, after he finishes this, I'm assuming he's gonna go just beat water. But then where does he go from that?
Go from water.
Head off into desert
If he
and start clearing GTG?
maybe. Oh, it might have been a heart piece. Like it.
Yeah, I guess it could have been heart piece. Yeah.
It definitely wasn't a heart container.
No.
But it was heart piece, blue bee, or Zurich down there.
Either way, you don't.
We ain't going down there for it.
No. There's some items left in the water. Deeper Fire can only have strength 2 because this is technically hover locked.
Yeah. I would assume, like I said, I think Goomba goes beats water and then heads off to desert. And because if you pull strength 2 in GTG, then you could just go clear spirit.
Or you just full clear out GTG, then just
Yeah, and you also you get a full clear out GTG. You could do horseback archery. You could do top of the fortress.
Or
now that I think about it, did we see Target of the Woods?
yes, we did. That's
Target
bad.
of the Woods.
Okay, I was like, so many things happening in my head now, but that's
Bomb
fine.
lock, bomb bag.
Don't you love this?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah, you need to find hover boots also, but like strength 2 is what you need for spirit. So if you're heading out desert, that's the one you would rather see pulled. And at this point, we know we need strength 2 before hovers. With where Nocturne is, we have to find strength 2 before hovers.
Unless we just find them together, then it's a little bit.
Yeah, and unless they're right next to each other.
And
But
then it's just...
logically, we find strength 2 first.
For a second.
And there's at the moment, Ice Cavern is so far completely dead.
Or I guess more correctly to say, we need strength 2 to put hovers to proper use.
Yes.
Finding hovers does nothing for you here because you can't get into shadow. Yeah, hovers just can't lock strength 2. That's what I meant. Yeah, I misspoke slightly.
Well,
yeah,
hovers could be in Spirit Temple. They just can't be in Deep Fire.
Yes, hovers can't lock the strength, but strength can lock the hover. Hovers
that
can't
makes
be.
No sense.
We need to find the strength before we can use hovers at all. So if we find hovers,
but it doesn't mean that But for all we know, hover boots could be in like camp. Hovers just aren't useful till.
Yeah.
They just strength 2 just isn't useful till we get hovers. I think we're all just getting confused here.
Long shot. We have a long shot.
Yes.
Yes, hovers could be Skullmax.
Yes, they could.
Yeah, if we found hovers, that's not changing where you're going right now. Whereas if you find strength 2, you're going to spirit.
Yes, we have a horse. Yes, I was like, hovers could be in shadow.
Yeah, we're not sure either, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking, Gab, is to get the minuet, to get the checks out here while you're here. But obviously there hasn't been anything here.
Nope, it's been entirely 100% dead, as has Deep Fire. Compass chest.
It's just...
Yeah, at this point, like, playing a little safe and doing well, I understood. I think, yeah, at this point it seems a bit too safe.
Playing safe is good against a team that you're probably generally have an execution advantage on, but in this case, the two teams are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, Ice Cavern is deader than dead.
There's just a minuet in here.
Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah, and so now he's behind on dungeon progression because plays didn't pay off. So yeah,
So
he now cannot do anything but beat dungeon.
Yes, he has to, because he's just going to fall further and further and further behind if he doesn't do progression. Obviously going to check the scrubs right here, because there's no reason not to. But this has
Yeah, but
gotta
this
be
is
Forest
really
Temple for
far away.
Sponge. I'm yelling
Yeah.
at Sponge if he doesn't go Forest
No,
after.
he goes into Forest Temple here.
You have to go into Forest Temple here. You wouldn't just play Minuet just for these scrubs.
No. Oh, and yeah, that is also a point from Gav that they might still be a bit frazzled about the failed Dompe race.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't know that the failed Dompe race actually helped get them a lead early.
Yeah, with
Ironically
the
enough.
lake scrubs.
Like the routing that they changed on the fly there, they did so well on the fly routing off of that mistake that it put them in the lead. So like
Yeah.
that's unfortunate if that is still razzling them, because it put them in the lead at that point in time. And they've had it up until basically at the well decision. I think we became even when Riley and Gooba decided to skip well and Sponge was still in it. If they didn't do ice and they just started doing dungeons at that point, I would have said we'd be basically even right now.
Yeah. On the other hand, they're kind of a
Whereas
bit.
now at this point, Riley and Goomba are in the lead.
Yeah. Speaking of Goomba, is only just now beating the Deku Tree. Our 39-minute Goomba, anyone?
Yeah, we talked about that early with him not going in there, because he found the bow on the bridge scrub. That he probably would just wait until he got Dins and Magic to go in and grab the Mirror Shield and kill Goma.
Yeah. Also, that was in 100% deader than dead, useless as heck, deep fire.
Yep.
The most useful item in there was an extra bomb bag.
Yeah.
And that's not saying much. Namaha's going shell now, will do Jabu, and also playing catch up, unfortunately. So we are not seeing anything new at all from father-son bonding for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, just to comment on the discussion in chat, yeah, what Gav is saying of like Sponge playing perfectly, because they've come up dry in these areas, they either need something on something like Skull Mask, or for AYAYAlpha Gamers to go check all that stuff as well. Go to Ice Cavern, do well. Like if they start doing all that stuff, then that brings us back even. The decisions don't play that big of a role, because that gives Sponge the time to catch up in the dungeon progression. But if they just start avoiding those things and they don't do them, that's what keeps AYAYAlpha Gamers in the lead.
Yeah.
That is a fair point, Cav, is if one of the two items they need is somewhere really trolling. Speaking of, we've been a showers and strength from no mode for over half an hour, and we're still not seeing much.
Yeah. Yeah, Goomba is getting Storm, so he could be going well. That's one of the things that could start to bring father-son bonding back into this, because we know well as Baron. Obviously, Goomba does not. So it's the ice. They also kind of need to go ice at this point, and I'd be surprised to see that over GTG.
Yeah, I would as well.
GTG. I see them doing GTG, especially because I know.
Ooh, but to note, Gav does say Riley thinks GTG sucks. So maybe it does.
Has a bit of a running meme that it sucks, because it stayed the same, whereas everything else got buffed, is basically.
Unfortunately, at this point, where else was Strength 2 gonna be? The Valley Scrubs GTG Fortress area is the most likely besides Skull Mask right now.
Yeah, because I've seen just about everywhere else. It's deeper in water, it's PG, it's a handful of overworld checks like Skull Mask and Valley, so not much is basically the sum up. Yeah, various overworld checks. Various mostly terrible overworld checks.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, I think whoever goes desert first is going to be in the lead.
Yeah, I do think it got a bit blown out of proportion, Gav, but I mean, it's still the fact that the teams think that. Whether or not they're right is debatable, but it's the fact that if they think GT sucks, they're just not going to go there.
I mean,
yeah, Goomba doing well right now. It makes sense. He just did Jabu. He was already child. Clearing out child. I still think doing the well is not a bad play.
No,
Like,
it is.
Not in this
at the point in time, it's not a bad play. He's already beaten 3 medallion dungeons. Yeah, he can go beat water, but water's fast. The boss key's easily accessible. So he can quickly get water whenever he wants. He was already child. You might as well do this.
Yeah, it's basically GTG is by far and away the most likely place for strength 2 at this
Unless
point.
it's Skull Mask.
Yeah, Skull Mask is going to get last location by both teams at the rate we're going at.
Yeah, GTG or a bogus overworld at this point for strength 2. So yeah, so I mean for us, I mean as obviously right now every single player in here is doing stuff we've already seen. Riley coming out of forest is the person to watch. He could just go beat fire, which would just put them in put them like obviously still doing the same stuff, or we could see him go into GTG, which at this point we've kind of logicked out is the best play. If he goes ice, then we're basically even.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, not even, because they would have split well in ice, whereas Sponge did both. So I would still say they're slightly ahead, even if he decides to do ice.
Yeah, I would say Father Son Bunning's definitely been very, very thorough this. Which is interesting considering that these two teams are quite evenly matched. Unfortunately, it's currently put them in a bit of a disadvantage today.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
Like Gav said, it could be a bit of panic from the very start of the seed. Because, I mean, obviously they don't have the perspective we do. So they could have felt like that just put them behind from the beginning. But I feel like most teams behind you would start skipping more than clearing more.
Yeah. This has overall, though, don't get us wrong, been a very, very good match so far. Really well played and pretty close still, even now. But as to be expected from teams of this caliber.
Yeah, we're definitely not saying like anything's been bad or play has been bad. But just, yeah, as commentators, we have to comment on the moves they are making and what we think of them.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they're terrible players, just noting just kind of what we think.
They're better than us.
Yes.
They're definitely better than any of them.
Scrubs. You have a theater. You have a theater of scrubs.
Yeah, and Gav, you're correct. They are essentially skipping dungeon progression checks for the other stuff. Struggling on that Bolero there.
There's long shot as well.
Alright, so yeah, he's playing Bolero. He's gonna go beat fire. Does he do deep fire?
I don't think
if he does deep fire, I don't expect so either. GTG is still honestly a better play. There's only a handful of items up there.
Like it's like what especially since his partners no, neither of them have done deep fire, have they?
No.
Yep.
No, because Goomba left after beating the boss.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like, it's nothing to be up there. I think they're gonna gamble off of it.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't blame them if they did, but at the same time I would also be
I have randomly thinking of, we haven't gone back to Ganon's castle yet. There are 3 checks we have not seen. We haven't Shadow Trial 2, which is in magic with fire arrows that no one's bothered purchasing because those were wallet locked and they had no reason to. And then they have
Yeah.
No, you need hovers to do it. Hover, Longshot, and Din's arrows actually yet. So either way, it is logic, and you can also do Spirit Trial. So if things really get bad, we might see. Well, on top of everything else that's been going on.
Yeah, and just to comment on the question of if you're not doing deep fire, why do fire right now anyways? Because getting your medallion is never really a waste of time. You can, especially when it's a quick one like this where you just have to get the boss key and go. You're not necessarily wasting any time. and you're keeping yourself close to your partner for that average. So kind of like the comment we made about Sponge separating himself by not doing the dungeon progression. By Riley doing fire here, he's keeping himself closer to what Goomba's already done, so their finish times are more likely to be close together to help the average stay a bit lower.
Yeah, because sometimes we've seen it pay out where the math ends up working out on average time, where one team finishes first and fourth, but the average time it gets worked out in time. Other times, not so much.
Also, probably Gaff.
It definitely. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I've never paid attention to that, if I'm honest, but that would make
Neither
sense.
have I.
Yeah. Say something.
Yeah, no, so not much to be said at the moment. So Sponge here is finishing up Forest, Namaha's finishing up Jabu, Goomba's starting to get near the end of the well, and, well, Riley's in fire, so not too much new to comment on at the moment, other than I guess we'll see all 4 of these runners go next.
Yeah.
Between father-son bonding, one of them's going water next just to do it. And I won't be surprised if AYAYAlpha Gamers goes GTG at this point, because it's really a pretty good play.
That's really where they need to go. Yeah, or back to
Just
but
so,
even
like,
then, GTG is more check.
Definitely do GT. Like, split it up though. I think from here you would split it up.
Yeah, split up for sure.
Like, split that up.
Alright, so Goomba's the one we get to see where he goes from. Does he go GTG? Does he go beat water really fast and then into GTG?
Does he go into Ganon's castle and there? You know? Because if he does water, that'll be his 4th medallion.
Yeah. But that one is extremely fast. And he's technically ahead in the progression right now.
So that's all I was like, I wouldn't be surprised.
So I think in this scenario, you send him off to something new.
Like GTG or Ganon's
Like
castle.
GTG or Ganon's Castle.
Yeah.
Or for them, Ice, but I think Ice is the wrong play. I mean, we know it's the wrong play, but I think GTG is a better play than Ice, just in general. And unless the song in Ice is really useful, looks like he's going up to Ganon's.
Yeah, like I said, get the skull or setting time of day.
Nope, same time of day.
Setting time of day.
What's in your time?
Time of day would be for heading off to GTG.
Oh, so by the time he gets out there, it's
Yeah.
it's day. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, good to help set up horseback archery.
Doesn't he have Sunsong? that the
No,
one he's
he
missing?
did not pick up Sunsong.
Okay, that's the one he's missing. Okay.
So yeah, so that's why he had to do that. So yeah, he's going GTG.
Okay.
At this point, that is most likely the correct play. If it is not there, then it's in a Song of Storms grotto somewhere that we have not checked, or at Ganon's Castle, or at Skullmask.
Or some other bogus world check we just haven't seen.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really random ones we haven't seen. Yeah, this is looking less and less good for father-son bonding at this point.
Yeah, unless Strength 2 is just in one of those dumb spots.
Yeah, they need Strength 2 to be somewhere stupid, or if we're Strength card for Hovers, which isn't out of the play yet. Out of the blue yet.
Yeah.
They also, I don't think anyone's really been pushing skulls this seed either, so there's that.
Yeah, if it's not GTG, then Riley Goomba will end up doing Ice, and it will even this back out.
It's just GG.
But if it is, then yeah, it's because I would assume that's then gonna lead us into hovers. If hovers aren't also in like GTG. Skull, yeah, 20 skulls still could be something.
Skulls, skull mask. Have we seen
Even-
a 30 hit?
We have,
Yeah,
it's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd be pushing skills a lot harder if it was 30.
Yeah, true. This one was like, but it was just the fact that we needed them like that. I was expecting.
Yeah,
at least,
we're
like,
gonna
some
get
kind of-
the hammer check out here and the Song of Storm check. Oh yeah, they haven't done Gerudo Valley, so he's gonna blow up the box here with a bomb shoe.
Choo-choo.
All right. So to note, Namaha is going up into Ganon's castle.
Okay, gonna
What?
do the couple of checks. They also haven't done the Ganon Bosky chest because Sponge decided not bother dealing with it the first trip in at the very beginning of the seed. So we'll see. This could be good for them if Strength 2 happens to be in here.
Okay, he hit
Yeah.
it. It's just bombs there. Yeah, we already knew that wasn't anything.
Yeah, we knew both of it. Both of those.
Hammer Rocks is busted. Just a bloopy.
On Hammer Rocks.
All right, Storm's Grotto. What's left for storms? Is there other storms we have not checked?
I don't think we've seen DMT. We've seen River Scrubs. We've seen. It's pretty much this and Storms are the two left.
So if it's not here, and it's not, well,
Sure.
then it would have to be DMT for Song of Storms to be worth anything.
Yeah.
No,
Otherwise,
there's
DMT.
one more. One more storm.
One.
This is one more storm check. Yeah.
So you had to do both the stone dungeons, but you really did you didn't have to get the Song of Storms as far as right now.
Yeah, Spirit Trial, by the way, is busted.
Yeah, we had seen Goomba and Riley already checked Spirit Trial.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew this was gonna be.
Get that check, but it's okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I figured this was hard bait for storms, but it was just like, especially because if it gives you that nice of a dungeon spread out for stones, it's gonna be nothing.
All
As it
right,
always
so looks like Riley's gonna go check the final Storm's Grotto. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Also, we're getting Shadow 2 up on Namaha's side. So if it's not here, Storms was useless.
Oops, Namaha forgot he has to go long shot the fourth setting so he can get across.
Nope.
Yeah,
Useless
Storms was dead.
Storms was bait, and he does not have fire arrows. None of them bought it.
No, there was no reason to buy it when we got Dins for free.
Yeah, free den.
Yeah, because we don't have hovers to make this easier.
Yeah, so like.
Namaha, you
do
need to
this
go long
without
shot the next.
Can you just? Oh yeah, that's. I haven't seen this done without hovers before.
It's,
It's been a long time since I've seen
as you can tell, it's doable, but very annoying.
'Cause, yeah, I thought if you were trying to do it without hovers, you had to be way faster off of the Dins,
You do have
Might have
Um,
been.
and to just make it there before the platforms. You could jump from the invisible bridge. Okay,
It's just he doesn't trust
you just
himself.
have to get over there.
Yeah. Yeah, this.
All right, we are seeing an ice cavern play, but this doesn't fully make up for the ice cavern play that was done earlier
I don't
because they
think
did split ice and well.
I don't think he's gonna do ice cap. He might just unfreeze the game.
No point not to do Ice Capture here,
Yeah,
to be
if
frank.
you're here already, unless this horseback archery is strength 2, he's doing ice cavern.
Also, Namaha has decided to balance Shadow Trial 2. If that happens to be a vanilla strength upgrade, that is a major yikes for father-son bonding. And, oh, there it is. There's strength 2 on the horseback archery 1000. That's it. That's
GG.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, we have our silvers.
So to note, it did seem like Riley was hesitant there. Like he kind of held that song for a bit. Like they might have been discussing, do I still do Ice Cavern? It's not GG until we know hover, but at this point it would have to be like hovers on Skull Mask. I don't know if hovers could be anywhere else that would bring father-son bonding back into this race.
Light trial might be another spot that would help. Light trial or
But
OG.
strength 3 would have to be once again on something like Skull Mask.
It still it's like be like if it have to have his Ardent Spirit, which is not particularly likely. Like it is definitely looking very, very fortunately at this point for father-son bonding.
Yep.
Yeah. Like it would take a lot right now for father-son bonding to come back. Obviously they're not completely out of it. The race is not over, but they're definitely behind.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Also, we need to watch the keys here for Goomba to see if he pulls a key adult side. Because if you remember, Namaha didn't have Boomerang early, so he didn't get the key on Child Spirit.
Piece of heart.
So if there's no key adult side, whenever Namaha comes to do Spirit, he's gonna have to go Child Spirit first.
And I'm not going to go try Shallow Child 2 again. Oh, also once again missing the... Not quite getting the timing.
Yeah.
And we see what's I see what's happening. He's getting caught on the like lake as he tries like.
Mhm. Yeah, you can position yourself before you press in 7. Yep. Okay, that looks better.
Yeah, so to note as well, once again, just to talk about things, Goomba went straight to Spirit. He did not do GTG.
Yep.
We'll see if Riley covers and follows with GTG. But to note, they did skip over GTG, and that was nothing.
Not vanilla. I expect this is a water temple play from Namaha. Yes, happy
Yeah.
2 hours, everyone.
Yeah, because they haven't done water at all yet.
No.
Honestly,
Also add a lake, because I don't think they've done that either. Sponge is also, by the way, grotto here, it looks like.
Yeah. That will be their last storm. Oh no, they still have the valley. They would still have the valley storms.
yeah, but Storms was bait.
Yep.
Hilarious bait, though you were doing AD anyway, so it didn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Like I said, whenever AD is that nice, you ain't nothing on it.
Yep. And there's the final sometimes, and I don't think we saw the
Yeah.
hit.
And yeah, we did talk about, so there was no key adult side, so Nama is gonna have to go back child and get a key for Spirit Temple. Also,
That's
kudos with the raid.
match. Hey
Thank you
Tudos,
for the
welcome
raid.
in! It's party of 29. Welcome into father-son bonding versus AYAYAlpha Gamers Game 2. Looks like at this point that AYAYAlpha Gamers has a sizable lead, having not done his gone GTG significantly earlier, not done a load of side dungeons the way father-son bonding has. It's come down to at this point, so they are ahead by a strength upgrade.
We got some AYAYAlpha Gamers and we got father-son bonding. Let's one. I'm so taking a nap after this.
Second strength
HBA.
is 1,000 horseback archery. Father-son bonding, Sponge did well and did ice cavern, and there's golds, so they're not running into strength 3.
No.
If it's light trial, they're I mean, Goomba's gonna go straight to do gold gauntlets checks after this if he doesn't find hovers in here.
Yeah, that's a
So,
shame.
yeah, Sponge did side dungeon stuff instead of progressing the medallion dungeons, which at the time when he did well was they were ahead. It made sense. But then they went ice cavern instead of having him go deeper dungeons, and that's kind of what put them behind at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not dungeon rushing.
Yeah.
Didn't help.
Riley was about to do Ice Cavern when Goomba pulled Strength 2, so he was able to bail without going into Ice Cavern.
And also, it looks like this might be a GTG play here from Namaha, actually.
Yeah.
Play.
I mean,
So,
it's
yeah.
smart. It's smart at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, get it done.
Especially,
get it out of the way.
hey, look, a big Goron sword.
Hey, big orange sword.
Actually, especially with finding the golds in Spirit, you know, the only thing left is hovers at this point, and the other team's not going to run into. Also, Namaha not doing water. They sent Sponge into water. Namaha is off to the
GTG.
desert.
That's what I was saying, is that Namaha was off the GTG.
Yeah.
Makes sense at this point. They've both caught up on progression, and they just...
Yeah. We
So
can just now see
too
kind of...
far behind getting Strength 2, but it's a little bit late, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's basically the Ice Cavern.
Also, a fair point
The-
that Namaha doesn't actually have a Iron Boost.
Yeah,
yeah,
the Ice Cavern time is essentially the difference right now.
Basically, and Riley left right before Ice Cavern, so they're not particularly incentivized to go back there at the moment. Hey, there's last bomb back.
Comebacks.
Yeah, unless hovers are on Skull Mask, I don't think we see AYAYAlpha Gamers ever go to Ice Cavern. Because they would do
hovers
Ice
would-
Cavern before Skull Mask.
Or somewhere else equally stupid, which there aren't many of at this point.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think there's many left. We already saw chickens, 20 skulls, but that's not really that stupid.
20 skulls still out there. You have
Deep water is kind of a meh play.
Yeah.
a thing technically.
They have deep fire still, which is bad.
Nothing
Yeah,
up there,
but
though.
something we would probably see before they did Skull Mask. So if you're a father-son bonding and you're wanting that game 3, you're probably rooting for Skull Mask here.
Probably.
Yeah.
Here's hoping that... But here's hoping Namaha does HBA then GTG. There goes GTG for us. We're gonna be for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's GJ there, definitely. What are they doing on your side, honey?
Oh, sorry. I
Going for
spread
the
over the
rooftop.
kitchen and they're tenderizing meat or something. You're hearing a load of background noise from my end.
Okay, I'm just like, I'm just
That's always famous Skull
confused.
Mask. You're
I
not
was
wrong.
like, is that somebody like stomping, or is that somebody like tenderizing something? I couldn't tell if
Tenderizing
it was
meat is my
beside
guess.
you or if it was above you. So I'm just like,
It's above me. Sorry.
oh, okay. You're fine though. You're fine. It was just like, I'm like, you still gotta remember, I am still kind of tired. So like, I'm more paying attention to things than I normally would be.
Alright, okay, Namaha's getting on Napono. This is good.
Yeah, very good.
Because yeah, that will push him Spirit. I mean, at this point, also another thing that could bring them back in a bit is if they make the call to skip GTG.
As it rushes the strength upgrade to GT to Spirit, then they'll be further close. They'll be a lot closer. It'll be. I mean, at this point, it's honestly where the hell's Hover Boost? Because it's not Spirit Temple. There's another slingshot.
Slingshot.
Well, I mean, Twin Rova could still have them.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not the other. It's not even the Twin Rova Spirit's not it.
So yeah, I mean, and if it's not GTG, it's a bad check. There's not much left in the seed at that point.
No, really not.
All we have not seen is deep water. They can still be the first 2 shadow to note. It could just be first 2 shadow hover boots. Gold Gauntlet. So Ganon's Castle Gold Gauntlet's locked. Skull Mask.
Ganon Fairy lock. And the Ganon Fairy, right?
Yeah, so all the Gold Gauntlet stuff. That's about
Yeah,
it.
please.
I mean,
Oh,
Kev's
wait.
not wrong. Skull Mask sucks, and it does suck when it comes like if you lose the Skull Mask.
Oh yeah.
Like
It-
in
it-
season 4 settings.
Skull
that's
Mask
easy.
is not. Skull Mask isn't a fun check to do either. So like for the players, like it's not a fun backtrack to do.
No.
So goal mask for next tourney, depending on how we set it up, it could. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, an always hint would definitely be nice. But I was
It'll
hoping
depend.
the mask shop with free Zelda.
Yeah, Mask Shop has Keaton Mask right away.
That'll
But
be
I
fine.
still think it should still be an always hint, even
Yeah,
with.
definitely always hint, but like combine it with that, make it easy.
All right, so Namaha needs to go straight to Spirit. He needs to walk right by GTG and
I
go
think
straight
he's
to Spirit.
going Spirit. There's no good reason for him not to, really.
Yeah. 'Cause when you just go Spirit, don't think about GTG.
Don't do it. Don't
But
talk.
No, if he does the lobby checks and leaves, that's fine. But if he goes in further, that's
Yeah,
bad.
deeper than.
Yeah, like they need to completely abandon GTG.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'd be warping if you wanted to go straight to Spirit. Purple's right. We have Requiem.
Oh yeah.
There.
We do
Also,
have Requiem.
Sponge is full clearing water.
Don't.
Well, that's a good thing for
They
them
kinda
if there's something
need
there.
Yeah, they kind of need it to be somewhere incredibly stupid. They really do at this point.
I will be right
So
back.
Also,
Toilet.
no,
Toilet in
Namaha.
GTG is being left behind.
Also, Namaha's going GTG. This is bad.
All right, we're getting the Silver Gauntlet scrubs. This
Oh
was
yeah,
a
I
spot
forgot
we
the
had not
Colossus
seen yet.
scrubs exist. Hey, ice arrows, not it.
Bongo Bongo and Logic.
No, now we just need to get one.
All right, so just once again, keeping track of checks. Deep water.
Yep.
Toilet. 20 skulls. Skull mask. And anything else?
That might strength skill act checks.
Oh yeah, and yeah, gold gauntlets checks. So we're about to see the gold gauntlets checks.
Yeah, but at this point, it's a whole lot of various checks that are various degrees of awful.
Yeah, and for like Goomba and Riley, obviously they haven't checked everything besides those. They would start going to do Ice Cavern, Deep Fire, those kind of things. Lens Game was hinted dead.
Yep.
Lens Game's dead.
Yep, it is.
All right, so yeah, so there are a lot. This is looking like. Oh, and first two shadow. We didn't mention first two shadow.
Yeah.
So, where are the hovers? Which of those places? For father-son bonding with, I mean, if Salty goes over to Dark Link here, we'll see.
He probably will. He's done everything else. There's no point in leaving those couple checks behind. It's the worst feeling in the world to last location you're going on these checks.
Yeah. And I mean, they've been playing it thorough from the, yeah, they're continuing their thorough playthrough.
Alright, trial. Yeah.
We didn't call out Greg the first time around in that room, so we gotta call it out again.
Alright. Light trial, is this it?
Well, I got a key to move on deeper.
Had to be one here.
Recovery heart.
Key? Yep. I didn't think we'd seen either beforehand, and I was right. There's strength 3 for Riley, Loopy.
I'm picking that up just in case there is something locked here.
Alright, Loopy.
So far, nothing.
Nope. So far, it is nothing. And there is one check here, and then no GC left for strength 3 checks.
He didn't do the ferry before coming in here, so
That's why I said OGC. And this is
Oh.
a bomb refill. Light trial is dead.
If I don't
Alright.
need those golds.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I am too, Purple. I am too.
it really is. We're starting to really look. We're really starting to consider the absolute crappiest checks in the game. Because this is going to
So,
be a pretty literal last location, wherever the hell this
worst
is.
spots for AYAYAlpha Gamers at this point, because they're clearly in the lead. But the worst spots would be if it's on toilet, it's here deeper water, and then skull mask. Like those are the three worst spots for them, because they left toilet behind, they both left deep water behind, and skull mask is skull mask.
Yep.
Alright, I believe Sponge still has 3 checks left. He has the river checks, river skull, and dragon chest at the moment for the water temple, and then he's out of here.
Yep.
Now, I really would like to see Spotty Somebody somehow come back for a game 3, but it's still not looking good for them right now.
It really
Yeah.
isn't.
You know, I mean, game 3 would be nice, but yeah, I mean, it's not looking good, but it's also just not looking good for where these hover boots are.
It's really not. It's not a river skull, okay. 2 checks left in water temple. 2 checks.
2 checks.
And is he collecting these rupees right now
No,
for toilet?
That's...
No. Okay.
If it's toilet, both like this last location at this point. Fun fact,
I'm
me.
surprised Namaha and Sponge
Oh,
aren't
there it
do
is,
toilet.
there's...
Wow.
It's deeper. Oh, wow.
Oh my god, river chest.
He just was like, wait a minute.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
So that's go mode for father-son bonding.
Oh, this just got interesting.
Yeah!
Yeah, and Namaha's out. Tease leaving. Tease leaving.
I love how Kevin and it's just like, I love the exact opposite reactions from that team. Like, that just was hilarious to me.
He's just like, oh.
Wow.
But no,
That's
Goomba's going back.
Oh,
Going...
but Goomba's going back in.
Goomba's going back in.
There's no reason for him to not just clear us at this point. It is still...
Well, it was
bad.
this. I mean, he could have gone ice or something. The fact that he's going here as their
He
first
hasn't
choice.
beaten it yet, so that's part of why. As ouch, Sponge gets trolled.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't. So does he full clear it though, or do they just leave the chest
At
behind?
this point, there's no reason to leave.
I think so.
It's not like they have that many places left to go, Derpy.
I know, but it's just.
Oh my god,
There you go, Math
Sponge!
Girl. There you go, Math Girl.
Sponge, why?
Oh no. At least, I mean, it's better to lose more data more.
This is still really not... Trying for
It's still
fast strats and failing.
but like,
Trying fast strats and failing is basically what this is. Where are you going?
I don't know.
wait, who?
Maybe he thinks Nocturne's in here.
No.
Serenade? No, he has Serenade. Where is he going?
He has to go beat Water to get Nocturne.
Yes, and I don't know where he thinks he's going.
Yeah.
Unless he's.
He thinks
did they
Song
lose
of
track of
Time
their
is in there.
song?
Oh, he needs Song of Time.
Oh no, Namaha didn't pick it up when he was a child.
Well,
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, he
Yeah,
has
but
Minuet, so it'll be quick to get it, but he'll have to go
still
child.
a couple minutes, and that's absolute GG's to AYAYA. Because unless Goomba, for some random reason, decides to not full clear water here, this is GG's to AYAYA.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. Okay, so there's Water. So we'll see Sponge go out and get his strength, and then go straight to Spirit.
I think it's a
So, yeah, I
pretty
mean-
quick SOT, but it's still a couple of minutes time loss a couple minutes that father-son bonding can't afford.
Yeah.
All eyes are on Goomba right now. And does he leave after? Does he just go kill the boss and leave?
See,
He's safe quitting. Needs song and time to get the hover boots in river in water temple.
Yeah,
Because you
that's
have to move that song and time block.
Okay. One towards ball.
This is Goomba full clearing water.
Yeah. This is full clean water. Because he's
So
just
the difference
I don't know
is, so the difference is AYAYAlpha Gamers did progression more, whereas father-son bonding tried to find a go mode more, and unfortunately, you can kind of see how that paid out for each team today, as it were.
Yeah, and those decisions, I mean, the progression versus finding the go mode, those things, I mean, like if something was in Ice Cavern, then obviously father-son bonding would have had a lead, that they would have been ahead. So like those are the decisions you make in ZOoTR. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Also, oh, he doesn't have Minuet either.
No, never picked up Minuet in Ice Cavern, because,
Yeah, because
it's Ice Cavern.
I forgot that was Ice Cavern.
Yeah. Alright, this makes sense for Riley here is going to check if hover boots are French vanilla. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because it's really for them, just where the hell are these hover boots? And quite frankly, Shadow is not a bad play. There's not like there's any good places. It's basically take a wild guess and hope you guess right soon. And Namaha is going back adult as Sponge heads off to HPA. Also, if we are correct in that Namaha needs a child spirit key, then he's gonna have to come back child yet again, which is yet another time loss.
Yep.
I would have gone and got the child spirit key.
Yeah, you knew about. I mean, they might have forgotten about it at this point.
It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of unfortunate at this point that routing decisions early on just did not pan out for father-son bonding. That's how random be sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and it's also the decisions at the time gave them a lead.
You're right. It's just
unfortunately, there's some side effects now late that have led to them being a bit behind.
Yeah.
So like in the moment, I mean, they would have obviously had no idea of knowing that it put them in the lead, but it did. Okay, he's raising the water for Goomba. Morpha does have a key. If he is just gonna go kill Morpha and get that key and then come back in.
Yeah, because he's short one at the moment. Can't remember where the 5th key is offhand. Actually, might be here on River Skull.
He might just be peeking the skull also.
Oh, that's where the last slingshot was. Composer grave. Hey, we never, by the way, again, I don't know if we ever saw either Juwk and I never saw Ferora's win, but we saw basically everything else in the game.
Yeah.
You might have seen a Juwk.
Might have, but...
Yeah, we're
still
not
sure about that. We'll find it out after the race.
Yeah, I do have the spoiler log, so we can have a look and see what the spear count was and how silly this logic actually, exactly how stupid the logic was on this seed at that point.
Because I feel like the logic wasn't like too crazy. It's just how it played out made it like
yeah,
like fucking weird.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna click horrendous. Just curious. I really hope.
there's a key on Morpha, so he's getting a key here. We'll see if he goes back in. I would think so at this point.
Right, because the boss key chest is a small key, so if he doesn't, that is actually really, really bad for Aya. I don't see him leaving, but if he for some reason chooses to do so, yeah, that's GG. That might be quite bad. Good getting Hell Knight.
I thought that was
It's
on
not
Halloween. That's on Halloween. That's Halloween this year, dude.
No, seriously.
Yeah. It's Halloween.
Dylan, the boss key chest was intended to be a key.
So
Yeah, but
for
there was
US
a key on the skull also, is what Dylan's saying.
Yeah,
for
but he didn't
US
do the chest because he knew it was a key.
Yeah, if you're asking about the US, it's Halloween. If you're talking about UK, it's next week. Like, they're close enough together. Cause I think. No. Other way around. This year. Other way, no. It's usually UK, then US.
Okay, yep, he's going back in.
Yeah. Like I said, it's at Halloween's Dia de los Muertos. También, yes. So. Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, no, you're good there.
Alright, there's Namaha's boss key for water.
You went back in.
No,
Like Star was saying, there's no reason for to full clear this now that they're literally just searching for hovers and there's not that many checks left.
it's this and any number of other equally terrible checks.
Yeah,
pretty
and
much.
this is easier and quicker than Deep Fire. And you already had Riley who had opened up Ice Cavern, so it was always going to be Riley that would go Ice Cavern.
Yep.
They weren't going to go do Toilet, they weren't going to go Child to chase down Skull Mask and Chickens. Like, it definitely made sense.
Oh yeah. I have actually seen runners before just decide to full clear everything but Dark Link for various reasons, and then end up last locationing their Goomba&amp. Boy, does it feel bad.
We've seen that in the tournament before.
Yeah,
I remember commentating a seed that happened.
we've all seen stuff like it, and it never feels good.
No.
We've definitely commented some of those derpy.
Yeah, I think one of the bracket matches came down to Dark Link. A last location Dark Link.
Wanna say
Or-
it was this...
Or no, it was someone skipped Dark Link but the other team checked it type of scenario.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
Something tells me that was a Spike Fant, but I might be wrong on that.
No, it wasn't that one.
Also, Riley's a nice cavern, but will get bailed out in about a minute once Goomba finds his hover boots.
Yeah. I mean, the one good thing, so to note, this is gonna come down to execution in Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
Because Spirit Temple being go mode for both Sponge and Namaha is very fast, because you only need a couple keys and the boss key. So Sponge was able to find those keys very quickly and not have to do a lot of Spirit. And Namaha now knows exactly where the keys are. So they are going to be slightly behind, but with a couple execution errors, they could still come back in this.
It'll be...
It's pretty rough.
It would take a few execution errors in a row, but they're not completely out of it. It's not like a gigantic lead.
No, but the truth still remains that these runners are very, very evenly matched.
And I'm not saying, I'm just trying to say that.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that they still technically, it's coming down to shadow execution.
Yeah, it is. At this point, it's an execution race. I definitely have a lead.
Yeah.
So
Ayaya has the lead. But yeah, it's coming mostly down to execution, which is how it should at the end of the day. These kinds of things.
yeah, you always want to see a close race. feels awful whenever one team beats another by a mile because of any number of things.
Yeah. So I don't. Yeah.
The blindness on these shots from Salty, just blind hope. 'Cause he's like,
And I mean that's some of the execution right there. I mean that's a bit of Twin Robo being a bit of a troll as well.
Twin Robo, complete damage on the
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, you in this moment you want that nice Twin Robo fight. You don't want to be wasting extra shots here. They need the nice Twin Robo fight, and it's not coming in for them.
No, Trollrova being Trollrova does get phase 1 down here though. Goomba has now been the first runner to pick up Nocturne, as both Namaha and Riley go for their hover boots. So Goomba will be the first person to finish out of these 4 runners here.
yeah, he's the second person I took the business. I remember that because partner picked it up earlier.
Oh wait, never mind. Duh, Riley did get it earlier. So first person to go to Shadow with everything needed to complete it. There's hover boots for Namaha.
Now he's gonna go beat Spirit. So,
And that's going Robot down for Sponge.
Yeah.
No, and he might have. He has to go back child. He doesn't have a key, so never mind. That right there is I don't even think execution errors can bring them back for that. Yeah, I forgot about that, and I'm the one that's been saying it this whole time, and I'm the one that forgot about it.
Yeah, no, that is gonna cost Namaha.
No, I don't think so, Purple. I think they're gonna be enough separated that Goomba will be able to have keys mapped out. Like maybe they'll split up
Max don't meet at
the main room, like the big room with like all the where you could go off left to falling spikes or right to the invisible. I think it's the invisible blades. They might be able to split up that room, but I don't think. Yeah. But yeah, the key, and that goes back to the not having boomerang. He didn't get that key as a child. Yeah, that I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, that ruins any chance he might have had of catching up because of an execution error or two. There's just no way they can make up that couple-minute time loss on top of the first one.
Because they were already like 5 or so
time.
minutes behind at this point, and then that adds a couple extra minutes on top of that.
Yeah. There's hovers for Riley and the Morpha down for Namaha. Sponge is off to get Nocturne.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, we could see Sponge, who actually was behind in dungeon progression for a long time, ended up getting caught up.
Yeah, he's gonna be not too far behind Goomba, though. Riley has done the first 2 checks, and it's a little bit more than quite. It's not quite as close as it appears.
Yeah.
But it's...
So it was like I said, if Namaha had a key, there was maybe a 5, maybe a couple more minutes than 5+ lead at this point for Ayaya. But because of not having the key, and maybe he does, maybe I was wrong, we just missed him walking in with the key because he's going here as an adult.
He might have legit.
And then he just remembered.
Yeah, it just feels at this point it's been a really, really good and really close race. It's just rando in this case for how they said bonding.
Yeah.
But shoutouts to Ayaya. They felt they were behind with that strength find early, and have probably been playing as if they were behind since then. But I mean, they've been playing extremely well, even if they have had that pressure of, oh, we're behind.
Yep.
Because I mean, haven't had a ton of execution errors. They've made great routing. They've made great decisions. So shout outs to them. They've been playing well. But all 4 players played well.
Yeah. So you expect it out of these teams, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
But this will also push once it's officially confirmed. At this point, it's looking like it, but this will push Goomba and Riley as our first finalists. They will be in the finals, and we'll be waiting for the second matchup of Captain Tuna Spice versus
the Club de
the
Désert.
other name.
The
Yes,
Club de Désert,
The Club
Arthur
de
and
Désert.
Skyward.
yes. Arthur and Skyward, Ryan Barrel. Those matches will be happening soon. No dates as of yet, but soon.
Yeah, we're hoping to get a scheduled weekend of Halloween, perhaps. I think is the current thing.
Yeah, it's just figuring out a good day for work schedule. Does not work with the.
Yes,
Right.
soon.
Yeah.
Trademark.
Yeah, but we may have a bronze match. It'll depend on if the losers of the semis decide to have one. That's entirely up in the. That would be a best of one because no one really feels like doing a best of three. It's a co-op semi bronze match. So.
Yeah, I will blame us about the one.
Oh, there's the Goron tunic walls.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, so I mean, we see at this point they've caught up. Like Riley's right behind Goomba because he knew where the keys were up to this point. So there weren't a lot of keys actually early in Shadow. So like now they're right on top of each other because of that. But that's the point. At this point, you're doing most of this stuff anyways. The checks are kind of on the way. So you're not upset being right on top of each other right now.
No.
You kind of cut out the extra stuff for Riley.
Yeah. And alright, Namaha's left to Spirit now. It's not good. Look, it's still like less than 10 minutes will be the final difference likely between all holds, but it's still unfortunately a bit too little too late for father-son bonding.
Yeah.
Still will be top 4 in this tourney, though, which is not bad at all.
No, not at all. Like they definitely should be proud of how far they've come. Like,
Indeed.
kind of, this tournament started with a lot of teams. They're one of the 4 best. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, they had a hard route to get here. This was not an easy trip to semis.
No, it wasn't.
Looking at their particular route, they beat OCS Davmike in round 1, the Luxackers in round 2, and then had raced another top 32 team in the form of Donkey Digging Rush in round 3 to get all the way here to face off against AYAYAlpha Gamers. Which is a funny thing, actually, because Namaha, Sponge, and Riley were all in the same multi-world tourney team, and Riley was the one who got kicked before co-op. Revenge!
Yep, Riley getting his revenge on the world. Good, joined up with Goomba, and then now they're in the finals. Be interesting if another multi-world tournament comes around, if we get some team switching there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, Riley blames that.
I mean, it is hard when coming from a team of 3 into a co-op tournament where there could only be 2. Someone was going to get left behind.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, someone was getting left behind.
Whether he got dumped or dropped.
And to note, so to talk about this shadow temple technique here that they're doing, I mean, they're doing a really good job of splitting up a few checks they can. So they're in the right room. Riley was in there first, so he blows up the dirt pile. And then he starts killing the Gibdos while Goomba goes ahead to shoot the skull. If, say, the Gibdos had a key, Goomba would have just come right back. And now they're on the boat at the same time because of this kind of nice split up of the checks. They're staying right with each other.
Yeah, well, not too on top of each other, but not too either.
Yeah.
No.
That Stelphos? What? He's getting crushed by the wheel. Yeah, and the back rooms are really easy to split.
There's 3 of them, so you just split 2, and then if you need to, head for the 3rd.
Yeah.
So one person will always go for the room with the crushing walls, because it has 2 checks, and the other will either go for the triple pot skull or the 4-master. No first win! I don't think we ever saw it.
Nope, we never saw it.
Wonder where it is at this point, actually.
Skull Mask.
Oh, mask. 20.
Skull Mask or 20. Or here in Shadow.
There's really not much left for that either. They saw almost everything in game. As I did say earlier.
Basically did.
Yeah, because as we said earlier in this match, these teams are good enough they can 100% a seed. I think they did not quite 100%, forcing like 90.
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to see that one chest in Shadow.
Nope.
So, if Feroz is in that one chest in Shadow, we're not going to see it. Yeah, because we saw all of Ganon's, we saw all, I guess toilet, Feroz can be on the toilet also.
Here's a few spots for it, not a lot though.
Yeah.
I do have the squirrel log. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Later.
If you know key layout in Shadow, that's why I argue like, because a lot of people co-op regularly like the argument like of boring temples is forest and shadow. I use the example of co-op shadows and like how it can be split up and the way checks can be spread out as why it's a much more interesting dungeon than forest.
Yeah.
Like
forest,
you still have to do everything. So whether you know the layout or not, you basically still do everything. Maybe you get to skip like courtyard and a couple things in there.
Hey, Bunga's dead.
Yep. Nice quick Bunga fight. Good, rarely actually the first one out.
Velocity helps, Riley. Oh, because with Riley doing those first 2 checks, he had to say teeny tiny bit of time.
Yeah.
Well, he had the first 2 checks, and at that point, he was able to go straight to basically the Falling Spikes room where Goomba was, and catch him there and just get the key, and that's when they just started doing it all together. And then it was just who found the key in the bottom area was going to be the first one out of Shadow. So their times are going to be right on top of each other. Oh, and also Riley has Big Goron Sword.
Oh yeah, so that's probably why Riley finished.
That helps a lot. And alright, Sponge is most of the way through Shadow. Good is now up to the boat in Shadow. I'll move it down for Namaha. So Namaha is about a Shadow Temple behind at this point.
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes. The AYAYAlpha Gamers were getting into Shadow at about 2:31. So obviously we're at 2:41 now, so it's about a 10-minute deficit.
And it's gonna be less because, because at least Namaha knows the key layout, so it might go save a bit of time.
Yeah. I don't remember who went up to. I think Riley went up to.
It's Riley.
Yeah, I think it's Riley.
I think
My brain
so.
says Riley. You knew that I missed that. I'm just gonna assume Riley. And if not, then that's fine.
Also, okay, now looking over at race time just to get kind of prepped because I am the race mod. Thankfully, no FPA issues. We hope your last location, your go mode, was the last thing we just one said before they started, and then Goomba replies it's same.
And to note, yes, it was Riley who
Did
did
climb, yeah, I was like,
first.
I feel it was definitely Riley, because that's a.
Yeah, the irony of that comment from Spine.
Yeah, he'll be
basically
comfortably
last one.
first.
Yeah.
He'll be first by like 30 seconds or so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there'll be a bit more than that because Sponge, the Goomba supposed to do the climb. Yeah,
Yeah, there could still be a fall on Ganon or something.
Something
Never know.
Yeah, I suppose. So yeah, Goomba, Sponge's final comment is rather funny in hindsight, but honestly forgotten after 2.5 hours. But hey, yeah, we hope you last location your go mode. And same. Yeah, I think both teams near about last location those hours.
Yeah.
Hey, they've spoken into their own existence.
Yeah.
They cursed the seed themselves.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Ah.
Alright, now Stumhausen's Shadow, he knows the first 2 checks are completely useless, so he's just gonna skip it, head straight in.
Yep.
Also, with Rapier and Longshot, there's no reason to not just use Longshot to get over.
Yeah.
It's faster than shooting the statue. We've learned a lot about scarecrows over the course of this tourney, actually.
Yeah.
Eh.
Having to dump out the blue fire so he has a bottle.
Oh yeah, because he got called that he quit Ice Cavern in the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
Yep, time to cancel that message. Edit. Next restream.
Alright, nice one cycle there by Riley. Also Bongo Bongo down on Sponge's side, so he'll be heading off to Ganon's castle. Unfortunately, won't be able to. He'll be in Ganon's castle when obviously Riley and Goomba finish.
There it is.
Yeah, alright, yeah, I'm gonna edit that command for the next restream right now. I'm just gonna go dig up the accent required for Leclerc du Desert's name, because that would bug me otherwise.
Yeah.
Where is the accent?
If I had it up, I would tell you, but I don't have the name up right now.
First E,
Okay. I was like,
but no, I actually do speak French. I was tracking a French LTTPR stream earlier today.
that's what I was like spelling it out, and I'm just like, that smells like there's not an accent there, not an accent in that, not an accent in that. Where is it in that?
It's the first E.
E.
It's only Goo. You'll see it when I finally type it up.
Yeah.
And also a nice one cycle on Goomba, just continuing their great execution for Riley and Goomba. They both one cycled Ganon there, or Ganondorf. Yeah, Riley is about to finish Ganon. He is on phase 2, grabbed his Master Sword, so a couple more hits here and he will be done.
And okay, yeah, there we go. Command's been updated. You can see how to spell the
2.
Yeah, okay.
That's also the make poking fun at us English speakers, I believe. The club is
sure.
probably Club is French.
Alright, and there we go. There's the final hit. So time is coming up for Riley.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be first
Right,
place here shortly.
I love that sync though, just like right as Goomba loses his sword, Zelda's firing the beam into Ganon.
Alright, that is currently first place. 2:46:45 GG's.
GG. Oh, actually, so
And
the
there's phase.
The next restream on this channel will be a season 4 test setting race on the coming Tuesday.
Alright, and here's phase 2.
yeah. But GG to AYAYAlpha Gamers. It will be such a good time.
And also, I wasn't that wrong about him being about 30 seconds behind. We're just hitting right there was just 30 seconds behind. I was very close to my guess of how far behind he'd be finishing.
You really
Albeit
were.
slightly more, but 30 seconds was not a bad guess.
Honestly, 30 seconds was a really good guess.
Yeah,
Glad I guessed
it's
a
gonna be
minute.
about a minute, but 30 seconds was not the worst guess in the world. There it is, GG.
GG's. Well, 2:47:50. For an average time of, I don't even need a calculator for this. I think. And never mind. Maybe. Let's see. Should be 2:47:30, 20 something. I am.
Yeah,
Like math?
it will be.
Close enough.
Let me go dig it up. I need to calculate the times anyway.
AYAYalpha Gamers.
Average time 2:47:17. Okay, so my math is slightly wrong.
It's like close enough.
GG's to AYAYAlpha Gamers.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I did dumb. I did dumb. The problem with having long nails. The problem with having long nails and being kind of tired still.
Alright, I'm sure we're working on getting in interviews. We see it looks like Sponge is still wanting to finish off the seed, killing Ganondorf right now, but Namaha has stopped, so I'm assuming he's probably just waiting for Sponge to finish and then we'll forfeit. But unfortunately, not a one cycle on Sponge's side.
Yep, that is a forfeit from Namaha's end.
Yeah, it looks like Sponge is finishing. I mean, he's
Yeah,
right
because
here.
he's
Yeah.
right here.
Because if he was still in the tower, I don't want to imagine it, but like he's right in the Ganondorf fight. Dorf.
Well, now he's in the Ganon.
But yeah, I'm currently writing up the post for the results channel, so I am slightly distracted.
You're fine.
we got Namaha practicing some bomb flips. Or was he trying to get? Did he get ISG?
I
Not
have
sure
no
what he
idea.
got.
I actually clicked on a Discord for like 2 seconds. So-
Yeah, it looked like he had ISG.
Yep. Okay, they're gonna. AYAYAlpha Gamers will be joining us shortly. Just need a quick break, and then we'll have them in for interview. And I expect we'll likely get Finance and Bonding in as well.
Honestly, I'm really glad we decided to go single and best of 3.
Yeah, because we'd still be here for a good couple months more if we had done a double elim.
Yeah. Double M just doesn't go well with big
That was
tournaments.
better.
With 3-hour seeds, so double M is not a good idea.
And we've had a few seeds that went close to 4 hours. Some because of FPA issues, some legitimately because the seed just sucked that much.
You wrote some season 4-hour one. Chimp's legendary singular one.
I rolled one that only one person subbed forward.
I remember I was on commentary.
It was
with
not
Chimp for it.
restreamed. The one that I had that where only one person subbed forward was not restreamed, but it still remains to date the crappiest seed I've ever rolled.
Wasn't that
The co-op tourney.
Wasn't that a group match?
That was a group match that sucked ass.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a bracket, so it was just like Jesus.
Oh my god, it barely subbed forward. I think one of the people who had the misfortune to run is actually in chat. What about Klein? First finished 3 hours 47 minutes. I also think Sponge is memeing on camera.
He's
Oh yeah,
absolutely
he's absolutely memeing. He's doing
The fact that he
bombs,
was
and now he's
using
making out the taker
bombs.
nuts.
He was using bombs first. He was memeing to the max.
Oh, well, 100%. But now he's at 1 heart, so if he takes another hit...
Oh, he's just... It's just me. He was just like, I'm gonna finish it out, but I'm gonna meme the entire way.
Yep. No, he had to finish with the nut.
Lol, fine.
Go down with your ship.
Oh, I thought Ganon was gonna get him there.
No, truly though, Clyde, it felt terrible to see you guys just spend that long on that.
And there it is.
But no, we're wrapping up this semifinal. This is... Sponge will be finishing up in 3rd place and finishing off this race here.
Still not checking the right.
And he's gonna be some more.
Of course he is. He doesn't know how much.
There it is.
253.48. GG's. We'll see if we can get any of these.
Because Runner is in here.
Go Toe Rally and Goomba up and see if Namaha want to join us.
G. Here, person.
And hey, we now have Goomba and Riley from AYAYAlpha Gamers, and now GG's. Congratulations on winning and
GG's.
making it to Grand Finals.
Yo, thanks. Thank you.
So,
I'm sorry, I looked over at.
Oh.
so how does it feel? First finals team of the tournament.
Feels pretty good.
Feels pretty good. Despite how many stupid rando tournaments I joined, this is actually the first time I made it to finals, so...
Congratulations! I do remember you've been into assorted others. I remember ALTPR, various ZOoTR. Yeah.
Just all over the place.
So what are your guys? How was that seed feeling for you? Did you guys
Stressful.
ever?
Yeah, this is it's the kind of atrocious seed that like everything is fucking open for like a million years. So
Also, give me a second. Towing Riley and Sponge up. Hello, guys. GG's.
GG.
Namaha.
Yeah,
Yo,
not
GG
much,
boys.
much.
Not Hans, I'm sorry. Words.
GG.
Fuck that seed though.
Oh my god.
Royal piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a star special.
Yep.
It was good. What do you mean?
You
You
guys
mean you
both
guys-
in your last location that hover food.
You guys didn't like the free Song of Storms because both stones were the easiest
Oh,
dungeons
yeah.
of the game. For Song
And
of
then-
Storms to give you nothing?
Absolutely
You
nothing.
didn't like that?
No.
It's okay.
had a
I
lot of
actually
fun as
didn't pick
well.
up storms.
We both did.
Yeah, we both did.
I got all the stones. Don't worry. I did that.
Yeah, like
Everyone
I was
did.
like, you had to do the stone dungeons anyway.
Yeah.
I was not gonna pick up storms, but I accidentally picked it up when I was gonna go grab my Sarias that I never got in Lon Lon until like an hour and 20.
Yeah.
Oh yes, your light arrows. That was
my,
fun.
my favorite part of the seed was triple dipping Dodongo's cabin.
Oh, yeah. Your triple
You
dip
guys
was
triple
just like.
dipped it? What?
Okay.
So what he
Quick
did was,
explanation. Early on, they both went GC at the same time. Goomba went straight to the back with some shoes.
Well, hold on.
Came back in
To
for
note,
wallet.
They both went DC because they missed the Lake Hylia strength
Yeah,
early.
back starters. And then Goomba went straight to the back. Riley did the front. Goomba did the back, left, came back in for the wallet, left again, had to come back in a third time for left.
It was
You guys didn't have
basically
a bomb bag?
It was basically as I killed KD, right? It was like, hey, there's a wallet. Oh, cool. Let me go in and get that and buy the hammer. And as I'm buying the hammer, he's like, hey, there's a letter. I'm like, oh, cool. Guess I'm going back in again.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Because I didn't have
Yeah.
shoes and he had some, and we like basically like a split child
So,
effectively.
You guys did DC before going child then?
No,
No,
you guys, they all,
This was
you all
Season
did.
2.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is adult.
Okay, you had the bomb bag then.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they just didn't go like Hylia like you guys did, so they didn't have
Yeah.
the strength where
I
you
got
guys split.
I got the strength after I dipped forest. It felt super bad.
Yep, it
Yeah.
did.
Wait,
Actually,
Yeah, so
the
to
strength important thing?
talk about
Oh, 'cause
that
after you did
strength,
forest, okay.
Yeah, I did
'Cause
forest
the-
and I played Serenade, and I got the strength.
Oh.
I was like, fuck.
yeah, how
It's
did it feel finding that strength there? Like, did you guys feel like you were behind at that time?
I could have seen them do Valley
Us?
Lake stuff, but
yeah, they did actually.
when did you guys get that strength, by the way?
Or
Sponge
riding
and
Goomba.
Namaha?
I got it early, like 20 minutes in.
20 minutes,
Okay.
yes,
You
something
did
like that.
You did field after Lon Lon?
That thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we always knew that was a possibility, so I kind of sucked that strength was there. but...
We clowned around a little bit in the early game.
Yeah, it's
more
actually
than a little bit.
it's
No,
interesting.
we clowned the whole
to,
thing.
yeah.
Probably double dip Dice Cavern.
Yeah.
Cavern.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, it's funny about that strength upgrades.
Yeah, we
So
got
one
some
of the
highlight
first
little shit for you
thing
guys to
is
go back and
Oh, yeah.
rewatch later.
one
when
of
you
the
actually rewatch the match.
first-
You got the old Dante door triangle shenanigans again.
So,
hey,
so
I
do you
Goomba
guys
and
want to
Callan's
know?
chickens.
Yeah. Do you guys
Oh,
want to know
God.
something funny about you guys the fail on the Dompe race and so like not having that boomerang and hook shot at the time you guys with your routing decisions you made it actually led to you guys having a bit of a lead early in the seed the fact that happened
Yeah, the strength
but then
upgrade and
obviously
scale.
not having the boomerang to get the key in Spirit Temple came back to hit you guys a bit later in the seed, but at the moment, your guys' routing decisions you made at that moment gave you a bit of an early lead in the seed.
Sure did
So-
feel like we were ahead early on. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
Nah, pretty much from like 10 minutes in, we're like, yeah, we're gonna lose.
yeah, no, Sponge, so actually because of Goomba's triple dip
Like-
of GC, the double dip of
Basically,
Forest
we
for
had a little bit
Riley.
of hope when we found the hovers, but it was just like, you know, we played so bad that I don't even think this fixes it, to be honest.
It was interesting. The problem was that Goomba went water soon after and found it, and at that point, you guys were just a couple minutes too far behind to catch up, especially because Namaha still had to go child again for that one key in Spirit, which was kind of bad luck for you guys
It was
there.
unfortunate, but there was also a mistake on my part for not checking that before, because I did have to go back anyway to get Song of Time.
Right, which felt.
So I had to go back twice at the end, because
Don't you mean Sunstar?
not planning properly. Yes.
Oh my god.
Sponge lied
Also
to me.
that.
He's like, yeah, it's in the graveyard. Just go to the graveyard, get your Song of Time. It'll be fine."
Right, that too, also.
I sadly never got that.
I never got. I got Sun Song at like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it
Longer
was.
than that, but because I
Imagine
wanted
trying
to get
skip-
Song of Time.
Yeah, like imagine trying to skip a song this seed.
I know.
Sure, right.
I tried to skip Lon Lon, that worked out.
I did the same. I
Don't do
skipped
Riley.
one. Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Nama's like, Goomba was like, oh, there's nothing here except stars. I'll be like, oh, fuck it, I'll skip it. I'll come back later if you can full clear lost ones.
There's no way
I'm
you'll
like,
need sorry.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, lights was like the best thing that could be locked because then you can just
Yeah.
route Lon Lon anytime, basically.
Yeah.
Things started to get interesting a little later on. So probably like a little hour and like 6 to 15 minutes in ish. Things started to get more interesting. Sponge, you decided to jump in the well. AYAYAlpha Gamers decided at that point to skip it. And then, so that led to Sponge going down the rabbit hole of everything that wasn't progression for the next half an hour at least.
Yeah, that was kind of an intentional play on our part. We felt so behind with our shit play in the early game that we just wanted to make weird, bad decisions that and like hope that they paid out. Essentially,
Well,
I mean,
I can't hear Star actually, so I have no idea what's being said.
Oh,
also,
Weird.
what's
Weird.
funny about you saying that you felt behind at that point, we and I think actually in particular myself on commentary was saying, well, maybe like because you were ahead, it was like, well, maybe they're trying to be a bit more thorough and safe because they're ahead.
no.
So it's kind of funny hearing that you guys were doing those plays because you felt you were behind. 'cause
yeah. So Sponge and Namaha full cleared fire. They
I
full
kind of just wanted
cleared
to
the
piss Riley and
ice.
Goomba off by
Yeah.
winning cheaply.
Oh,
On TB.
we were at
But
a
you
point.
didn't do skull
Trying to win
mask.
up chickens or something.
Oh,
I
I
mean, he
was
set up
ready.
Skull Mask.
I
That was
was
actually his
ready.
play after Water Temple was Skull Mask.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That was
was
probably going to be
ready.
my play, honestly, as well, after water.
Here's the
But
funny
when
thing.
you did well in chickens and then dropped off the letter, we were like, are they doing skull mask right now also? Is that the play right now?
We were.
It
Yeah.
probably
almost
wouldn't have saved you any time, but it is funny. So I have the spoiler log because I was the person who rolled this hot garbage. Guess what was on Skull Mask?
For
There wasn't much
Rosie.
left to find.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah,
Rosalind.
Oh
probably
my
is,
god,
yeah.
for us when it's on
Was it
skull
really?
mask?
Yeah,
That's like the
Yeah.
only thing I could have seen being on there.
that's the
We
only
had
thing
everything
left.
else.
I think we found everything else. Yeah. we
Yeah,
found-
same.
Basically, you guys
found the
all
two leads.
100% of the seed. I think Water Temple was one of the last checks left in the whole dang game for us as viewers. It was
Besides
that
skull mask
Skull
and
Mask
toilet.
and Toilet, and I think 20
Toilet was a
skulls.
key. Toilet.
Oh,
Was
toilet
it?
was a key.
Yeah.
Okay, we weren't
We,
counting
we
too
just
well.
weren't paying attention to keys close
Yeah.
enough. Then.
But yeah, it was like 20 skulls and Skull Mask. were the
Yeah, we
only
never
two
did 20
That's
skulls
water.
either.
Yeah.
No one did.
We didn't do 10 skulls.
We
Nope.
didn't do 10 skulls until like the 2-hour mark, so.
20. Yeah, I did it when I
Was
got
it?
down
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
we were.
did
Quinn
10
and I were
skulls
talking at
finally
the
got
2-hour
back
mark.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I was feeling kind of bad about that because, like, I've been like just fucking slacking on skulls, like not grabbing any overworld skulls at all. So
Yeah, my god, yeah, that was great walls. Just little things here and there, but ultimately rushing, not progression, kind of bit you in the butt, Sponge and Namaha.
yeah, like after I got long shot in Jabu, it was like, okay,
Can't
well,
hear
there's
Riley
17
either.
things
What's
open.
going on?
Huh?
Can you not hear people, Sponge? It's a personal
Sponge.
problem, Sponge.
That's
Like,
on you.
if Riley and Star are both talking, I can't hear either of them.
Oh dear.
Weird.
Leave the call in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Riley, he
Yeah.
can't hear you too,
Yeah, I was
telling him
gonna
to
say
leave
that.
the call.
Leave and join again. I love how you're trying to say it. I'm just like, he can't hear you.
Yeah. I might have just spelled totally, but
Tech
yeah.
issues. I wonder if he has us turned way down for some previous VC or something, because we
Nah,
do
I
end up
don't think
together.
so.
And
All I'll
Maybe
say,
who
like,
even
like I
knows?
said, yeah,
'Cause-
when I got long shot from Jabu, it was like, okay, there's like 17 things open, choose correctly, have fun. Like the seed is like, ugh.
And it really was that because like if something was in Ice Cavern versus being over at GTG or water, like obviously things change a lot more in the end result of this race.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, we did see, just looking at another look at the spoiler log, about the only things we didn't see were Feroz Wind on Skull Mask and the Zora. And we weren't 100% sure on the Zora Tunic. As it turns
Zora
out,
Tunic's
yep, Icy Waters. We weren't 100%
So I was right
sure.
about that being a Zora tunic dig down there.
Yeah, we weren't.
We were
Chibi
just
thought
like,
it was.
it's a Zora
I
tunic, a
wasn't
bloopy, or a piece of
sure.
heart. But I was like, I'm pretty sure that was a Zora tunic because I was like, that's too blue to be a bloop. That's too like dull blue to be a bloopy. But I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
that was
either,
a
though.
Zora Tunic. That was a Zora.
I was like,
Also,
either way,
this whole thing, it wasn't particularly horrendous. 16 spheres. It just turns out you guys 100%ed everything.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't very many spheres because everything opened up all at the same time.
Yeah. Basically.
We had everything. Like you had like a million items early, so, and then everything pointed you to needing storms, and then you just got everything else on top of that. You're like, okay.
Yep.
Like
It was
I got.
fun.
it was just.
Yeah, I finished all 3 stones first, and then Goomba ended up doing well, just because of I got like long shot and jump and stuff like that. I'd rather do progression at that point.
I'm just glad it was an ice cavern because that timing did not work out at all when I found strength 2, right as Riley was
Yeah.
going into ice.
It
Like I said-
around that time where we hit everything, like we had just the strength and the hovers to find. Yeah, our
Yeah.
decision was just don't do progression. We're behind, obviously. Go do weird things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. Looking at the foolish list of locations: Valley, Wasteland, OGC, Crater, Flores River, and Ganon's Castle.
Ganon. Wow.
Yeah, there was
I-
nothing in the
I
castle.
noticed. Trust
Yeah.
me, I noticed.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
I
insane in
assume
settings though.
you guys got baited into light trial then.
Yep.
Oh, you guys did
Yep,
that
they
trial?
did.
Nope.
Yep, they did like trial
That's
and
what I'm saying.
found
Like
Jack
we
Squad.
put off progression like Spirit Temple. Like we go moded Spirit because we didn't step foot in there until we'd found hovers already. So
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you guys
Just
were.
telling you, we really played it weirdly, just
we
trying to
didn't
get
do
ahead in a
fire. We
weird.
didn't do any fire because obviously it was hover's lock, so there's no ever reason for us to go there.
Oh, we didn't
Mhm.
have
We
the
usually-
strength, so I did actually end up going into deep fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just
because there
letting
could have
you
been a strength up deep fire.
Could have.
Yep.
Yeah, we were legit to a new tunes from Nomad at like an hour 10 minutes, and
We
we'd only
weren't
just
gonna-
seen our first medallion.
And we weren't gonna climb Fire Temple until we saw the hover boots. So
It made sense. Yeah, we
That
were
made
debating
so much
over.
sense.
That's the
Okay.
that's the smart play. That's why we didn't do
Mhm.
understandable.
that.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
No, it was actually a really, really good race, though. You very close and kind of back and forth for quite a bit. Unfortunately, just over time, at some point, Sponge wound up being like a good 3 dungeons behind or something. And then things started to
Yeah.
go
Then
sideways.
he ended up catching up pretty quickly.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just
he
was
did.
like, you.
Also,
You-
can I talk about that forced key layout? What the fuck
Oh
was
my
that?
Yeah,
God.
what?
I have
Literally
no
the first,
idea.
All the keys early.
Six-
Would you
literally
mind-
the first 6 checks were just all of the keys. Here you go.
Yeah,
Here
Take
you
the
go.
dungeon.
never seen
And
that
of course,
before.
it's
Like,
Spirit. And of
Yeah.
course, it's Forest.
Yeah, only if there was open elevator.
God.
Oh my god, that would have been the most OP thing in this scene. Lols.
that was funny. Like, but yeah, like for like the last hour and a half of the scene's like, okay, well, let's just hope we choose correctly and win.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Basically.
It's the
I
kind
mean,
of scene
just-
you hate to play. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Riley literally was in Ice Cavern when Goomba finally dug up the hover boots a couple minutes after Sponge.
yeah,
And he was also going there when they found the silvers. So
Yeah.
they got pulled out of ice twice.
Nice.
It was
Yeah.
great. There were
It was-
little clown things for
Oh,
both this
You had
scene.
the silvers pretty early then, huh? Or did you
Yeah.
just go ice really late?
I
Late.
went.
Kinda late.
We were supposed to split GTG and ice, and then I went ice, and then you got you got silvers when I was unfreezing the king. So I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll just go get strength 2. It's much better. And then I just ended up doing GTG, and he did spirit.
Mhm.
And then after that, we split water and ice again. So I finished spirit, and then I went to ice again.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
did cannons before water as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I dipped shadow. So,
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. We knew we weren't gonna have to dip shadow because
Mhm.
we had hovers before getting nocturne.
Yeah, that was great. We were debating over ages because we were so close to go mode so early, like 40 minutes in already, like after DC basically. We were 3 hours
Oh,
from no mode,
yeah,
and then we just
yep.
kind of got stuck there.
Did you
Yeah.
get hovers before us then, or?
Slightly, couple minutes,
slightly.
not much.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like,
Okay.
because
But
he
again, we
just
put off progression, so
yeah.
Yeah.
So
They got silvers well after you though. That was
Yeah.
the big
Mhm.
one.
Like, well, after like, I know I put down
Okay, so you
timestamps on the
did-
note sheet.
Did you do strength 2 less GTG, or?
No,
at that
Namaha
point, I
got.
was on my way to do that, and then I got the strength 2 at the
HBA.
thing
Mhm.
at HB.
Yeah, then
you guys were finishing up spirit about when they found silvers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like
Okay.
that.
right.
Yeah, just. Oh man, it felt a little bad seeing it go GTG Namaha because at that point we'd already seen it and we knew it was pretty
I
dead.
mean, yeah.
We,
it's still-
we,
It
we
made
were
sense.
just like, just skip it.
Yeah,
I
it made
made it my
sense, but
mission
it
to
felt
skip
bad.
Water Temple at the
Oh.
end of that season. That was my goal, was to not check anything in Water Temple, and of
Well-
course that's where they were. Like I
Yeah.
specifically said to Sponge several times, I'm not going to Water Temple right now. I'm going to GTG. I'm going to Adult Lake, but I'm not doing Water Temple. No. I'm going
I
to
mean, I
GTG.
did water, and then I bailed because Bosky was early enough, and
Yeah.
fuck doing deep water when he had like GTG and all of like Ice Cavern open. So yeah.
Yeah.
Reasonable play. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we figured out we just come back and clean up the rest of water later if it came to that, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It's like Bosky was fairly early on that. Really lousy skull in the basement.
Yeah.
Not one of your first checks, but it's like your 5th or 6th check generally. So not the worst. Then just leave. Yeah, beat Morpha. Oh, it didn't help the Sponge got trolled by Morpha. Failed the quick strat twice and then just gave up
Oh,
and
yeah.
went to the corner.
Hey,
That
same.
was fun. Playing like champions today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, like the first 10 seconds after I left Temple of Time and Market, I'm like, oh god, this my movement is ass. This is not gonna go well.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Like I went to backwalk to CAC and I'm like, this backwalk is gonna go straight in this stupid mode. Let's not do this.
Oh, I'm glad you guys were equally unpracticed. Or at
Yeah,
least reasonably
there
so.
was some,
Oh,
there was
like,
clowning all around.
We've done like one practice seed in the past 2 weeks and we didn't even finish it because we hit go mode and we were just like, I don't feel like doing Shadow Temple right now.
Yeah. Sponge and I did one practice seed yesterday, and we did
yeah,
the
I
same
saw
thing.
that.
We hit glow mode, and then actually we didn't because in the practice seed we didn't have light arrows, and we got a hint that it was in Jabu, but we didn't have the boomerang, so we just
Said fuck it.
anyway.
Clowns all around. Goomba, I will say you were probably the first person I've seen in a while fail Talon's chicken.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
not
what
really sure what happened there.
That one chicken just hid from you too well.
Lost a chicken.
Yeah,
Oh no.
we had
It got
double
patched
fails.
out of the
Sponge
game.
failed.
I'm pretty sure I grabbed every single chicken in that room except for one.
Yep. Yeah. And then Sponge failed Dompe race. Dompe race actually mattered a bit more than Talon's chickens.
But I can now add triple dipping the Dongo's Cavern to my resume.
Has anyone ever triple dipped Django
No.
before? Or is
I
this a
just-
first?
Actually, no.
It's-
Yes, it's happened because of that skull.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But
It
that's
happened because
about
there's
Triple? I could
That's
see a
their-
double dip for that skull.
Oh my god, no, that was really good race though.
Yeah, it was.
GG's to you
GG.
all.
guys.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
guys.
Oh,
Congratulations again, Goomba and Riley, for making the final.
yep.
you.
How does it feel actually, Riley, to beat your former multi-world teammates?
I mean, to me, this was more the finals because it was against them. Like,
Oh yeah, our whole goal with the tournament was just to,
Fair
to
enough.
face off against Riley and Goomba in the end.
yeah.
Fair
Like,
enough.
This is
Lol.
our
when we saw the brackets, like if we don't play each other, I'll be disappointed. So let's fucking meet each other. And then, yeah, like,
It happened. The dream.
that's what happens when you exile your children. Damn it.
Revenge.
Woo!
It's fun.
Yeah, no, fantastically good match. You guys are still waiting on the other semifinals
Yeah,
match, which is
let's-
having
Let's hope
scheduling
it's
headaches.
Not waiting too
Yeah,
long. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing the finals sometime in December. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next year.
It
We
won't be
hope it's a little sooner, but
It won't be
Namaha and Sponge have the option of playing a bronze match, which will be best of one. We're not putting you guys through a best of three. Otherwise, still congratulations on making top four. This was a well played by you guys throughout the whole tourney. They had some pretty tough opponents to get here, and GG's. Oh,
Yeah, GG,
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you all for putting it on. It's definitely a good
Mhm.
time.
Definitely
Yep.
a fun time.
GG's.
Thanks all for joining. It was really fun.
Thank you, Hell Knight.
Yes. Don't forget, follow our runners, follow us commentators and our trackers. Don't forget to thank Hell Knight, who has been amazing all of today. GG on your race earlier. Thank you for putting this on. I'm gonna go pass out for a couple hours.
You need it, Sheepy. Thank you for doing double duty.
Sheep, your amazing work
Fumes.
today.
It's a miracle I am a person.
Okay then.
Yeah, no, thanks everyone.
See you all for the next match. So Tuesday we're gonna have another test setting space for season 4. Hope to see you all there. Then I heard any weekly is currently happening. That's with ZSR2.
Woo!
All right.
NA Weekly!
You want to commentate that?
Yep. I think that's a no from Sheepy. No, much thanks, Sheepy. Thanks
Yes,
for all
I
your
had a lot
help.
of fun today.
Oh yeah.
I guess
So
Good
are there
match.
maybe 4 more people that could hit follow? We could maybe reach the 900 followers today.
Yeah, all right. Hell night. Let's. Yeah, maybe, but all right.
That's so close.
Maybe.
Yeah, all right. Maybe, but in the meantime, thanks for watching, everyone. Let's give Sheepy a break and raid CSR2.
CSR2! Time for the
42
weekly!
viewers are ready to wait. Alright, let's go. Bye.
Let's go.
All right.